Intro. It's intro time. Shush. Everyone shut up. What's going on, main characters? It's your boy Talks Too Much with Third Party Studios. Welcome back to the channel for our 100th episode of the Third Party Podcast. We got a couple of guests in the studio today. We got Jay Planks from Big Jack's Horror Stories YouTube channel. Thanks for being here, buddy. Welcome to the channel.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, no problem. And over in the corner, we have a returning guest. We have Quiz from way back in the early days of the channel when we did our, what was that live stream? We were playing the finale of BioShock, I think it was, when Slim was doing his live stream run.
Oh,
and
yes.
You came and hung out with us before. Welcome back, man.
Yeah, that was a good time. We definitely need to do that more often.
Absolutely. We're going to be doing, we have a lot of stuff to get into today. Obviously, for our 100th episode, we have a few different things we want to bring to you guys. We'll be covering some stories from the weeks that we've been missing out on the channel. And we have, obviously, our guest joining us. And as always, my co-host, we have TheCody.
What up?
We have so much to look forward to, but before we jump into our stuff and what everything we want to cover on the channel is, I just wanted to ask, how you guys been? What's your week's been like? What have you been up to? Planks, what's new with the channel? Are you going to be putting out any content anytime soon?
Well, we just had another little girl recently, so I've been taking some time away from content creation because there's just no time to devote to it. But once everybody gets a little bit more self-sufficient, I plan on recording and releasing a bunch more videos. I've still been writing, which is kind of the main content for the channel, but as far as putting videos together, I haven't really had the time.
Well, that's no excuse.
Kids don't take up any time.
Not at all.
And guys, I know if you're no stranger to the channel, we've definitely shouted out Big Jack's in the past. So go check out his channel. Go check out his channel, Big Jack's Horror Stories. He has a lot of awesome content over there, and we really want to see all of the small creators grow all alongside each other. So go check out. He's got audio dubs over horror stories that he has self-written, and they are all amazing stories. And I think they have a lot to offer in this space. So go check him out. He should be blowing up. You guys help us get him there. All right, Cody, what's up with you? What have you been up to this week?
Not a whole lot, you. Just pass it immediately.
Pass the buck.
You're the fucking worst.
I know I am.
You're the
no, just basic usual shit. We did go to see Superman last night. So we won't be talking about it today, though.
No. Not even a little bit. I don't want to talk about.
Oh, that's out.
Yeah. So it came out this week.
Current everybody.
It came out this week. We have Fantastic Four coming out in a couple of weeks now. From now, so two major, pretty much start of a new phase, new generation of superhero franchise movies coming out in the same month.
Yeah, I mean, with Superman, I was not expecting to like it, but I did like it, and that's all I'll say on it. But other than that, it's just been gaming nonstop. Random stuff. I've been getting back into Warhammer.
Same.
Like, too much. Like 8 hours a day. I'm either playing the game or watching videos. Or
A day, or you mean overnight when you're supposed to be sleeping?
well, that's playing in the background, so I ingest it through when I'm sleeping.
Yeah.
Hey, has there ever been any updates about the Nerd King Henry Cavill's Warhammer 40K show?
I think it's on pause, isn't it?
No. So about 2 months ago, we did cover this on the channel. There was a minor update. So the delays with the project came from a lot of disagreement with how Henry Cavill and Amazon and Games Workshop all wanted to create a single story. They needed to know what story they were going to tell through this project. Obviously, they wanted a Warhammer project. They knew they wanted a Warhammer story. They didn't know what story they were going to tell, what timeline they were going to tell it in, who were the characters going to be. They had no script, no idea. So
you only have 40,000 years of history.
Yeah. Well, and even in advance of that, because I'm pretty sure even that's just the 40K is just humanity's timeline. That doesn't even account for like the
millions of years before that.
Yeah, with all the other factions that are relevant. But to answer your question, the most recent update with it is that they did settle on a script. They do know what story they're going to tell, what timeline they're going to tell it in. Henry Cavill and the project have moved forward. Henry Cavill put out an announcement on his Instagram a few weeks back. We did cover that on the channel. It was we did cover that on the channel, and it was pretty exciting to see. A lot of YouTubers were covering it and just saying, this is a dead project. Henry Cavill's at odds with Amazon. Nothing's going to be right anymore. And I'm glad that didn't end up being the case or being true. I do think Henry Cavill is the best avatar of the fandom we could have possibly hoped for being in that position.
I honestly think that's why those dead project rumors got so much traction. Is I can very easily see Game Shop being, I want to tell everything because this is the universe that we've built.
Yep.
Amazon, man, I want to make it lame and gay.
Yeah,
and then Henry Cavill trying to give people the fans' perspective what they want.
Right.
Exactly. No,
I can very easily see that argument happening.
well, you're 100% on point. And the most critical people of it were saying they were hearing rumors from Amazon insiders that things were not going well. And they made like 7 videos with that intro. And, you know, I'm not even calling anyone out by name, but it was frustrating to see that. Like, we comment on the articles, the information that is put in front of us in the ethos, and then we just kind of comment on it and just kind of give our take on it. But we've never claimed to have an insider at Amazon who says everything is doom and gloom and on fire. And, you know, maybe we will one day have an insider, but we're going to out him immediately. So we're not trustworthy. So not trustworthy at all. We will not defend our sources whatsoever.
That statement just guaranteed that you will never have an insider.
Fair enough.
From our Amazon insider, his address is X, his social security number is
Doxed him completely.
Guys, we have a lot of fun stuff.
Current location is.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun stuff to look forward to on the channel. We're going to be doing a few games we have coming up where we're going to be playing some trivia, some one project specifically we've been wanting to do since almost the very beginning of the podcast. We have a few stories to get into and some additional announcements for you guys, the audience, for the first time. So let's just get right into it with some of the other with some of the topics and start chipping our way at this whole thing we have going on for our 100th episode. To start things off, we have sort of a retrospective. We just wanted to go through the channel and just kind of pull up some of our better performing YouTube videos and topics. And then I wanted to go back to like the worst performing videos and topics, specifically some of the older ones.
This ought to be good.
Oh, it's going to be...
I'm excited.
It's going to be so much fun. So yeah, give me just 1 second here, and...
Gotta turn so I can see the TV.
I was just trying to remember like when I subscribed. God dang, it was like, did you guys have like 65 or something like that when I subscribed? I can't even remember.
I don't know. Like, this whole like YouTube thing has been like a blur to me because we went back and wasn't Avatar 2 our first?
So yes, so Avatar, we did a movie review, Avatar: The Way of Water, in December of 2023, and that was the first podcast episode we had ever done. However, Slim was actually the first person to put content on the channel. Slim started off with a Dead Space playthrough. He started
yep.
And you know what? Honestly, the reason I love Slim so much for this is because I was trigger shy. Like, I was very afraid to put anything on the channel. And so him just being like, what kind of stuff do you want to see on the channel? It's like game playthroughs. Like, let's do a live stream. Let's do a live run of a game you like. And then so you stream, I'll stream. We'll take back and forth. He's like, cool. And then he logs in, starts playing that night. And I'm just like, we're on. All right, we've started. Here we go. No more prep.
Ready, set, go.
Exactly.
Got to get kicked over the
Say less.
So, all right, so our 2 most popular stories we've ran have been related to pretty big name figures in the media, in the entertainment space. And we'll talk about the most recent one first. It was the announcement. Asmongold. Are you both familiar with Asmongold?
Yes, I watch a lot of Asmongold. Well, I shouldn't say a lot. I do. I am a regular consumer of his content.
All right, quiz.
Who?
So okay, fair enough.
So that's a no then.
Okay,
I am not a YouTube guy. I'm sorry.
that's fine.
Didn't I have to create accounts for you?
Literally during the podcast that I was on,
Yeah.
you were sitting off to the side, logging me into YouTube to get on there.
So that's how, media and tech friendly
Yep.
quizzes.
I'm not a tech guy at all.
No, so it's no worries. Asmongold is. You're familiar with, you've heard of the platform Twitch. You know that it exists?
Yes.
Okay. So Twitch is a platform where it's primarily set up for online gamers. So no, there's been controversies around online like prostitution and stuff.
It's the gateway
Drug to the ASMR.
But Twitch is a platform where you live stream. Live stream either gaming or prawn or whatever you're going to create on there. And so Asmongold got famous when he started playing World of Warcraft on Twitch. He eventually became tremendous. He's one of the largest. I think he's in like the top 5 or 10 on there. I think there's a few others who I do not watch at all who are ranked above him, but I don't know how far above him. I don't know where he ranks when I think of that list. The point is that he is one of the biggest streamers on the internet right now. And on Twitch, he's like one of the top 5. So his content right now is pretty much commentary. So he'll find videos of either small or large creators.
So he's not playing; he's just commenting on other people playing.
He will, but it's like 4-1. So he'll game for like one stream, but then he'll react to like 4 or 5, 10 others. So he'll more recently he talked about the issue, the flooding in Texas. So he'll go through like his X account, and his audience will like link videos that would be interesting to see him react to. He'll pull them up real time live on Twitch, and then he'll give his commentary as those evolve.
And that's where I'm most familiar with his content is his reaction content.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever watched him stream, actually.
I have not. And he streams exclusively on Twitch. Here was the news, though. The news came from him making an effort to connect with Elon Musk to start streaming live on X, formerly Twitter. So the mechanics are in Twitter to stream. However, unless you stress test it, it's going to be very difficult to understand what the limitations of that are and fix them. So if you have one of the largest streaming content creators in the world reaching out and saying, "Hey, I'd be open to doing this. Let's say 20 hours a week, I would stream exclusively on X. And Elon, do you want to make this happen?" And Elon responded. So we covered the story, talked about it. It was a super fun conversation to go over. But Elon and Asmongold, only a couple months earlier, were in a small, really small, online
Tift.
I think that's the best word for it.
Seems to be a common occurrence when it comes to Elon.
Elon picks fights, and you know what? Fair enough. When you're the richest man in the world, you get the
Kind of a little autistic.
I guess.
yeah.
He's old enough for it still to be Asperger's.
You're never too old for Asperger's. But yeah. So him and Elon got into a tiff because Elon was. I don't know if I'm pretty sure this was confirmed. Double check it. But Elon was having someone else play through games and representing those playthroughs as his own.
Yeah, like in Diablo and shit like that.
Yeah. So Path of Exile 2.
Catfishing the internet.
Exactly. Exactly.
I mean, catfishing is the internet.
How do we know he wasn't gaming through Neuralink?
Oh, that's interesting. Conspiracy time. Let's go.
He's got Grok, his AI doing it.
Yeah. Brock.
So that came out, and so after the tiff between the two, the internet was kind of surprised when all of a sudden, hey, let's collab and let's make something big happen here. Let's make X a really amazing platform for streamers. And Elon responded to it, said he was looking forward to that idea. Not a lot of movements happened since, but that was several weeks ago.
But that's how it always goes. The initial yes, let's go do this gets a lot of traffic, and then the actual guts of it takes a while.
Yeah, I mean, like, in order for that to happen, you got to have years of testing and all that shit. So it's like,
exactly.
Yeah, you always get that initial like, oh my god, this is gonna happen. Then you'll have 3 years of, oh, they lied to us, and then it'll finally happen. And it'll be like, oh my god.
Well, yeah. So you're on target.
Well, they did I wouldn't say it was a stress test, but remember when Elon interviewed Trump and you had millions of people trying to come in at once?
Yeah. So context. So on X Spaces, right? So on X's exclusive radio chat, basically.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, keep going. I didn't
know. I was just like, well, they've already had big live streams or whatever that failed,
right?
Because there wasn't enough stress testing. But
so for
how do you stress test that?
Yeah,
you put the president on the goddamn microphone. So
we're gonna stress test our system with the president.
The only people who
the president, the most entertaining president when it comes to what the shit that is coming out of his mouth.
Yeah, let's stress test our dam with more water than anyone's ever seen ever.
That's all the water. Huge ocean water, big water,
the biggest water.
Biggest water.
Okay, so the other big story that we had covered that obviously got the most attention was when Andrew Scholes was calling out Dr. Disrespect for not releasing messages related to a scandal he was involved in. So again, making sure we all have the context. Are you both familiar with Andrew Scholes, the comedian?
Yeah, I'm actually pretty familiar with that whole situation. I followed it pretty
closely. quiz?
Sounds familiar. I'd probably have to either see if I am not good with names.
No, you're good.
So
You're good.
If
So-
I saw a face or, oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
that guy.
No, but okay. So Andrew Schulz is a comedian who I followed him for a while through YouTube, so that's how I know him. And his popularity was he was doing smaller shows, had amazing crowd work skills, self-promoted his own special, and then just blew up. Had his own podcast during and throughout that, and now either has multiple podcasts or is a
I think he
participant.
does one or did one with Charlemagne the God.
Yeah, Breakfast Club.
That great dude.
Oh, not Breakfast Club. Idiots. Something Brilliant Idiots.
Was it?
Yeah, Brilliant Idiots was the name of his podcast with.
That name is half accurate.
Yeah. One
Which
brilliant,
half?
one brilliant, one idiot. But Andrew Schulz is a hilarious comedian. Do you know who Dr. Disrespect is? He's a
The Doc.
the doc,
The two-time.
the two. No, but
Back to back.
1993, 1994. Sorry, I'm
So-
not going to do the whole thing. Might get copyrighted.
no, I don't think so. So Dr. Disrespect is a really famous, popular game streamer as well. So if you've heard of if you've heard of PewDiePie, he's in a league, or he's a league below that. But he's a major streamer. A few months back, controversy broke out where it was reported by a Twitch mod. We just talked about Twitch. A moderator on Twitch accused him of having a controversial relationship with an underage lady
It wasn't even a relationship. There was controversial, suggestive messages.
and potential meetups and stuff. Now, the debacle comes from this mod is reported to have an axe to grind against Dr. Disrespect and is completely. The report went to the authorities, like the government authorities responsible for like investigating that type of like potential issue.
Yeah, that
SVU.
crime.
SVU, yeah, SVU, Special Victims Unit, and then but nothing came of it. The government responsible for, or the government agency responsible for investigating that said no, there's no there. There's nothing here that we can move forward with. So doesn't mean there wasn't controversial stuff messaged back and forth, but we don't know what the messages say, and we don't know the nature of the relationship or what it is. It's all speculation. People who are hardcore on that either have an axe to grind or are just making declarative statements of fact out of assumptions. So we haven't seen the messages or anything like that. Andrew Schulz, the story we were covering here was Andrew Schulz was calling out Dr. Disrespect to publish the messages to make it clear, hey, this whole controversy goes away if you got nothing to hide. Put it out there, be transparent, show there was nothing here. I didn't do anything wrong. Here's the messages, let it all die. Well, that's what the story was. That's what the story we were covering here. I don't know what the correlation between that and like how bad Dragon Age the Veilguard was. I don't know what the correlation between that and like the rest of the content we were covering is. But obviously Asmongold and Elon Musk, Asmongold and Elon Musk are both advocates for a better gaming industry. And that's kind of that's kind of a vague target to hit, but they've both made claims that I think would improve the industry. And then Andrew Schulz and Dr. Disrespect being one of the biggest game content makers to exist. And then Andrew Schulz is just funny. I'm just fond. I'm just fond of him.
Anyone who makes you laugh is a great guy.
No, I mean, those were really good performing videos.
Yeah.
I enjoyed watching them.
Thank you.
I didn't like talking about one of them, but
Was it just hard to?
the whole disrespect thing was, it was a weird.
The way I
situation
like
to
that,
get in.
that is about as hard line of an issue as I personally have, is that stuff.
Yeah.
And if everything was submitted to, number one, I just don't trust Twitch to be objective in literally anything.
Right.
And the other part is, if it was submitted to the one government authority whose entire job was to prosecute this type of crime and they said there's nothing here, I'm cool with leaving it at that. He doesn't have to give me his messages. He's not obligated to.
No.
I'm fairly certain the reason he didn't just post them anyway is, number one, he's either on an NDA or due to whatever,
Right.
a mutual NDA between him and whatever lady this was. And number two, he doesn't have to.
No, and he has no. Yeah, that's exactly
He
right.
probably said
Number
something
three,
pretty stupid, and
if he has a lawyer, they're telling him shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up.
Well, it took a while for the rest of this to kind of settle in because Dr. Disrespect took about a month-long hiatus and just kind of dipped from the public space. Comes back on YouTube as and streaming on YouTube. I think he's streaming on Kick. I don't know what other platforms he's streaming to right now.
He's been doing really good on Rumble.
Well, I think a lot of people are. I think
I was wondering if he was even doing anything because I haven't seen him anywhere. I'm not on Rumble that often.
Yeah, no, I go on Rumble about as much as I'm on YouTube, and I usually tune in for his streams and a couple other podcasts that are Rumble exclusive. I watch you guys on YouTube.
Thank you. Well, I mean, it would help if we posted on Rumble, but Rumble is. I describe Rumble as adversarial to the creation of content process. I think that they're the way, like, I'll give you an example. So right now we use Streamlabs as our streaming software. There's no plugin to interact with Rumble. I can't connect Rumble to Streamlabs without installing a third-party plugin and a bunch of other tools to make it run. And so there's that. In addition to, I find that their UI is not that user-friendly. I know you've talked about it being user-friendly. I just don't agree. I find it to be the biggest pain in the ass out of all of the platforms I can post content to for us. That's the worst one.
On mobile, I think it's good, the UI, but the biggest problem I have with it, because I'm not paying for Rumble Premium or whatever their thing is, but their ads are the worst ads I've ever seen in my life.
They're still in the I gotta make money.
Yeah.
So they're taking every ad.
It's always AI ad and it's doom shit. It's like, it's the end of the world. Here's what you got to do to prep.
Yeah. I want to sell you gold and Patriot Supply.
Have you heard of My Pillow?
I have a My Pillow. It is actually amazing.
I've heard that. Okay, so we're not
Side plug.
Sorry, side plug. We're not sponsored.
We're not sponsored, but I would say that my question about My Pillow is, I like a heavy but thin pillow. So like there's a lot there, but it doesn't occupy a ton of space because I don't like my head being 6 inches above or like 10 inches above my like lower shoulder. So I don't.
See, I'm 6'8". I need that clearance.
You do. Like you have to have your head hoisted up by a crane.
Right.
From where his shoulder hits the fucking bed to where his head hits the pillow, it's a good foot.
Leaning backwards.
Well, here's another example of, like, for me, I sleep on my stomach, so I sleep with my head into my pillow.
Weird.
Weird. But
Eventually he will smother
there it
himself,
goes.
but
We're going to talk about our sleeping habits.
I'm just asking about the My Pillow because I'm curious. Maybe we'll get sponsored. My shout out to My Pillow.
Shout out to My Pillow. Oh, no, the one upstairs.
Should we
not the
just
company.
should we just put a bunch of fake codes in our YouTube videos just to pretend like?
shout out to
But no, if you're laying flat face down into something, but your pillow is
You wouldn't
large
face
and
down.
hoisting your head upward, that arc is not comfortable. It doesn't feel good.
I agree.
So does my okay?
My Pillow has a
don't lay
product for
face
that.
down.
All right, let's look
I
at.
feel like I'm really trying to sell
Chilling.
this, and I'm not.
I'm not, it's like I think it's good. It's fine. It's okay.
It's just after years of the bargain brand great value pillow that's just stuffed with old t-shirts basically. I actually spent big boy money on a nice pillow and I like it. That's the extent of my
It's old Walmart packing material that's fluffed into the pillow.
it's
Put
old
into a
Walmart uniform.
Giant blender and
Yes.
just spat out.
Pureed.
I just did this with my pillow the other day. We're still on the pillow topic.
Yeah.
I woke
I
up.
like this topic.
I woke
do
up in
too.
the middle of the night and I'm like, this pillow fucking sucks. How old is this thing? And I just chucked it across the room.
And it put a hole in the wall.
Put another hole in the wall.
Oh god.
Yeah.
I like a nice, soft, fluffy pillow.
Third-party pillow.
And then and then I need about 4 of them, and I'm just gonna wrap them around myself.
I'm a big, the more pillows, the better kind of thing.
Yep.
We're gonna be our merch is gonna be
We're gonna start selling
everything that
pillows.
starts with a P. Third-party pillow, third-party pickleball set, third-party parking space,
pickles, yeah.
third-party pickles, third-party perfume. If
didn't know
Gwyneth
if I could say
Paltrow can sell a scented candle that smells like her vagina, we can sell a third-party scented candle.
Third-party prostitutes.
We are having too much fun.
Cody's
It needs
the
to
pimp.
stop. It needs to stop. No more fun. All right.
Sorry.
No. You're good.
More
You're good.
attractive to the customer, the less I charge.
You know, this is turning into a pretty good horror story thing.
You're gonna make it. You're gonna write one. You're gonna write. You're gonna get you writing again, whatever it takes. Let's talk about the two oldest pieces of content we have from the channel. The two third-party live streams. So that would have been what Cody and I were mentioning earlier with the Way of Water movie review. Did you guys see that movie, Avatar: The Way of Water?
Oh, yes.
The sequel. What was your guys' take on the film? Well, not a high over. I mean, just a high overview is perfectly fine.
It's definitely
Too
been a
late.
while.
Just really
There's too much time
between the first.
Definitely, yeah.
It did not benefit from the time.
It was like 11 years or something.
Yeah,
It was just like it came and went. It was great for its time, and then it's like the 30-year-old from high school coming back to the party.
Hello, fellow
You're
kids.
supposed to
Hello, fellow children.
strike when the iron's hot. They did not.
Yeah.
They had a great original concept that they really
Yeah.
could have turned into a couple of movies that probably would have done pretty well, but not after a decade.
Yeah.
The problem is,
I mean, not
it
to
did
say-
do very well. The second one,
I was gonna say, like,
Did they do really
it,
well?
it's over $1 billion. Yeah.
it was
And good for
still a
them. I hope
very
they
good
make even
movie,
more money, but-
very well made, good storyline. But yeah, Jack's right. They're like way too long.
Yeah.
Way too long between movies.
Well, I like the movie, but not because it's a good story. It's just fun, dumb fun kind of thing, and it looks really good. And
Yeah,
it's just
it's
you
the same. It's the
transport
same
it.
reason I watched Fast and Furious 7. I just like
Fuck
car.
those
I like
movies.
crashes.
They like crashes and cars going into space.
I
You
like
realize
not
we're
getting
past
emotionally
7
involved with
already,
a movie
right?
and just watching really cool cars get smashed to pieces.
Well, now we're getting an Avatar every other year. The next one's coming out this year in December.
I'm not like, okay, so I appreciate that there is a place for movies that allow you to turn your brain off, not think seriously, and have a good time. But that is every movie now. There's not a, like, when was the last movie that made an attempt at giving you something to interact with on a little bit deeper level?
The Mario movie. Yeah, I'm on your wavelength.
I was thinking Oppenheimer, but it's,
I mean, Minecraft came after Mario, so
oh
But
yeah.
Oppenheimer was a good movie.
It was a great movie, and I mean, it was a great movie, and I wonder if Hollywood learned any lessons from it. But
Really not.
no.
Not a one.
But I do think the industry is oversaturated with movies that give you absolutely nothing emotional to tie onto. I don't think that the industry benefits from these movies that basically are just. You have almost every movie as a comedy, regardless of how serious the topic that you're interacting with is supposed to be. So I mean, you have Thunderbolts, which a lot of negative reviews on Thunderbolts, which I think is a shame. I actually thought it was one of the better Marvel movies that came out in the last little while, and it tackled some serious scenes. But every scene had to be. It was a requirement that every scene had to be undercut by a joke at the very tail end of it to deflate the seriousness of it, which I think is a absolute shame because. If there's no movies that give you anything to like emotional interact with besides laughing, I don't know.
I blame that entirely on Thor: Dark World and how that performed.
Really?
Because I don't want to say this is an absolute fact, but I feel like that was the last Marvel movie that was 100% serious,
Interesting.
and it performed poorly.
Ever since
now you put-
James Gunn did Guardians of the Galaxy 1, then his bit of comedy turned into Marvel bit of comedy, which was in every Marvel piece, and then translated over to the rest of Hollywood because Marvel was doing so well at the time.
And everybody in Hollywood. You're exactly right with just the low grade content.
Mhm.
They're trying to recapture what Marvel Phase 1 had without the conditions that made Marvel Phase 1 so popular.
Well, there's conflict in character growth. There's conflict in character growth in Phase 1 Marvel, right?
Yep.
Right.
Thor has
There's consequences.
Yeah, well, Thor like gets his ass whooped a bunch in his first movie, right? Like he loses his powers. He's a normal person who just has to overcome this shit and has to earn it back.
keeps getting hit by a freaking Jeep. Or,
Yeah,
no,
A car van. Well, I mean, they have jokes in it, but the tone is like if you think back to it, I don't know if I look back at the original Thor movie and I think about all the laughs I had. If I look back at the original Thor movie, I think about him like not being able to pick up Mjolnir, him being banished from home, his father like scolding him when he tries to start a war,
spoiled little brat.
him being a
to
spoiled
start
brat,
off with.
him and Jane kind of interaction, which is there's comedy in that, but it was romantic interest and building that up too. So it was more of it was more serious in that regard. And I think back at those moments. I don't remember the comedy of the first Thor movie. I mean, there's a few lines in there I think I chuckle at when I think about them, but
Right.
Now every Marvel movie is either you remember only the laughs, right? Like if you think about Thor: Love and Thunder, and we're just staying on Thor for a
I
second.
try not to.
Right. The goats, the screaming goats.
The screaming goats.
That laugh is the only thing I remember of that movie that of consequence. And I mean, there are themes in that movie that should have been dark.
Too hard.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. The jokes are the only thing that's good about that movie. That's the only thing people remember.
They really squandered Christian Bale's iteration of Gore.
Agreed. 100%.
I haven't watched that movie, but
He gave an excellent performance.
He did
I've
give
seen
a
clips
really
of
good
it.
performance. You wanted to cheer for the bad guy half the time.
I was
Like-
100%
Yeah.
cheering for the bad guy.
Yeah, I've seen clips of it, and I was like, "Damn, this could have been a really good movie with Christian Bale's performance."
It
but-
could have been. But so
No,
when-
Taika Waititi is just doing Taika Waititi shit and just made the movie a huge joke.
well, and this is part of my we're not going to be talking about Superman today, but a part of my issue with Superman is that it was just another it was classic James Gunn. It's turn your brain off and just like
Pretty lighthearted.
pretty lighthearted. Fine. You know what? Maybe we needed some of that in Hollywood, but that's all we get. We're not going to get another serious DC universe. And that's the theme of DC. It's the dark to the Marvel's light, right? Like they're opposite in tone. And so we already have a laugh track superhero franchise in Marvel. I didn't want that in DC. Whatever. It's what we get. But
The problem is DC is looking at Marvel's fucking revenue and going, well, we want some of that. So how? do
there's
we
not a
become
lot to
more
get.
Marvel?
There's not a lot of that to take.
They kind of learned that
recently,
lesson
but
with Zack Snyder's iteration of the DC, because they got Superman, then it was Superman versus Batman, then it was Justice League. They were just going balls to the wall trying to catch up to Marvel.
yeah,
Right.
I hope they've learned that lesson with this new
didn't
DC
do
iteration.
great on really any of those.
Huh?
They didn't do great on really those.
No, I mean they all kind of made a few
Honestly,
bucks, but
the best DC movies, in my opinion, were.
Blue Beetle. Had to. Sorry.
I do like that movie, but according to your point of everything's a fucking joke, yes, that movie was all about turn your brain off, stupid comedy, but it did have some good-hearted moments too. Have you seen it yet?
I'm not going to. Why? The universe is dead. That DC universe is literally is gone. It's over.
Well, like if you're just looking for a standalone movie that hits the points that you just pointed out, that hard-hitting moments, it has those in there. It is a very well-written movie.
Okay.
You would really enjoy it if you would just watch it and enjoy a movie, for God's sakes.
I doubt it. I'm a snob when it comes to entertainment.
No, it's a very well-written, very well-done movie.
I give fresh IPs the benefit of the doubt. I don't give established franchises the benefit of the doubt. If you have 70 years of precedent and core lore to pull back to, and you still can't figure out how to make a good faith Blue Beetle and do what you say it does, then I'm out. I'm just like, you could do both of those things. You could do exactly what you said, make a great film, and be lore accurate or faithful to Blue Beetle. But if I don't give the benefit of the doubt to established franchises, they don't deserve it. You have all the money of Warner Brothers behind you. You have all the talent of the entirety of Hollywood you could pull from. And yes, I understand that both of those require an asterisk next to them. But I don't need to go to see a Blue Beetle. Like, what if Warner Brothers made a different superhero that did exactly what you said? I would give that movie the benefit of the doubt.
So you're saying you won't go see a good movie because of where it came from?
No, that's not what I said. I said I don't give it the benefit of the doubt. I'm saying that they haven't earned the good faith. They haven't earned the good faith. They have taken.
But you did say you won't go see it.
I'm not going to go see it, but I'm not going to go see it because it's irrelevant, not because it's good or bad.
There's a billion other things to watch on the internet.
Yeah, it's not relevant. There's no point. Like it would be if it was the most entertaining movie of all time and justified its 2 hours to me, that would be okay. But there are other shows I know there are other shows I have a much higher likelihood of that they will benefit my 2 hours expended. like jerking off with sandpaper.
Based, based off of
Poking
everything
myself
that
in the eye
you've
with a
just
stick.
described as what you want to see for content, you would like Blue Beetle, is all I'm saying.
Fair
And
enough. Fair enough. I
if
mean,
that's what you're looking for. Why pass up on
I
a
did watch
movie?
Blue Beetle. I don't share your opinion.
Why not?
break that down. Expound.
Break it down now. Let's not
It
stay
was
too
not-
long on Blue Beetle.
I didn't.
But
I
Sure,
didn't. I
sure,
just didn't
right.
feel like it was the Blue Beetle that I saw in the comics and a lot of the shorter animated
Okay, yeah.
films.
If you're just looking for it to be based off of comics, yeah, I don't know because I didn't read any comics.
A
or
comic book
whatever, but-
superhero
right,
movie.
well,
What?
there's also like the comic book.
Okay,
It was just in name only. It was as far as entertaining goes. There's been more entertaining movies. It was fine. I just don't. When I go to watch a Blue Beetle movie, I want to see Blue Beetle, not some guy named Jaime in a blue suit.
And you know what? Blue Beetle, fair enough. I mean, let's wrap that up with saying I believe you that it's an enjoyable movie. I do believe you. I believe that it is a turn your brain off, and plenty of people enjoyed it. I don't think it's going to be worth me reinvesting time into it. And it's not a part of DC's future. It'll be just one movie that's on the shelf that someday you might go back and watch. That's where it's going to be for a while, even if it is good. There's classics I haven't seen yet. Like I have not watched The Godfather, and that will require a lot more of my time. But I also understand that those movies are culturally significant and very impactful in the industry. So those are going to be on my watch list before Blue Beetle, but it could very easily be amazing. But the other movie or the other podcast episode that we had up here that I wanted to make sure we covered was when we were talking about the future of DC, when James Gunn was first being brought into the whole thing. And this was when Henry Cavill was being written off and away from DC. So this was
very fitting.
Yeah, it's appropriate segue into that.
I feel like we've already talked about it.
We can actually
much.
we can actually keep that one pretty short. Yeah, we don't have to spend a lot of time on this one just because we do have other things to get into, and I don't want to spend a lot of extra time before we get into our first story. So, I wanted to talk about some of the older content we had made and some of the more popular ones. I thought it was interesting. They were interesting articles and stories to cover. I just want to give a quick channel update before we jump into our first story. So we are at 565 subscribers as of this podcast episode. If you guys are new and watching this back, or if you're hanging out with us in the chat, please consider subscribing. It's free. It's the best way to show your support for us and help us grow. We have a lot of stuff in the pipeline. We could really use your support. It would mean a lot. Smash the like button. Share the video out there. We are hanging out and paying attention and watching the chat. So come hang out with us and let us know your thoughts on the topics, or if you guys have any questions, comment and hit us up in the chat. We'll be chatting with you. We have quite a few different pieces of content that we're looking at bringing into the channel in this next year. So we are going to continue doing the podcast. That'll stay, as of right now, that'll stay every Saturday at 11 a.m. Central with TheCody and I, and we'll continue bringing on guests as we can, covering topics and doing movie reviews for you guys as we are able to. We are going to be looking at bringing back Bannerlord. We're going to be bringing back the Bannerlord series. They have a major update that was pushed back from June to September, hoping that they stay on calendar for that, and September would be a good timeline, and we'll try to bring that series back. That is technical issues dependent, because Bannerlord was having some issues when we were playing it last time, but we're going to be trying to bring that back. We are going to be digging a little bit deeper into doing these multi-streams, so you guys on X and TikTok, Instagram, and potentially Rumble can follow us as well, and we can meet you guys where you are. Looking at bringing on potentially channel memberships, but we're looking at, before we do that, we just want to find out and figure out if there's ways we can add more value to you guys, the audience, for showing your guys' support. And it all means a lot, but want to make sure you guys are getting something back from that as well. So before we actually push that out, just play testing with some of the things we can offer. So, all right, let's jump into our first story. How's that sound? What do you guys think of that?
Yeah,
I'm excited.
Let's do it.
I like stories.
Yes.
I like turtles.
Read me a story.
Well, it's a good thing we're not talking about Superman.
It's all DC this episode. It's all DC.
I'm a DC fan.
Yeah.
Batman's my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Rocking the Batman shirt.
Rocking the Batman shirt.
Rocking the Batman shirt. Okay, so the headline goes from that Park Place: David Zaslav pulled the plug on the J.J. Abrams Black Superman movie for being too woke. All right, before we dig into the actual article itself, Let's just talk about that headline.
Being too woke even really mean nowadays? Like,
If it's woke at all.
Honestly, I think that's about where I'm at with it too. I think there's a I think that if we got back to a point of subtext rather than messaging. So if a movie or show has theme but it doesn't have a message, I'm perfectly content with that trade-off. So if a movie wants to have a theme about fairness, that I would appreciate a lot more than a movie that in the dialogue, in the script, in the like character portrayals themselves, they're saying you're a bad person if you're not being fair to people. It's like there's messaging and then there's theme, and that conflict is where I think there's the most compromise to be had. Make your movies that promote theme, promote illegal immigration, promote all this stuff, but just do it with some subtext and make it a little subtle. Don't make it a documentary about how shitty of a human I am because I don't want people living in my house that don't belong here.
In the face with it.
Yeah, exactly. Don't swing it out and just don't whip it out.
I used to be a little bit more tepid like that. Like, just deliver it in a way that makes sense.
Yeah,
I'm against it now. They have driven the nail far enough for me to just be like, I don't want to see anything involving those messages anymore. It's the same thing. I'd like every once in a while I want to go shut my brain off and just watch a show.
Yeah.
I don't want to just be preached at as how garbage of a human I am for whatever reason.
It's like the sorry. It's like the people that come door to door and be like, oh yeah, come like, do you want to hear about my religion? No.
I don't want to hear about your religion.
No,
I don't want to hear about who you think I should be having sex with.
Yeah.
And here's the thing is there are several storylines with a black Superman that would have been excellent stories to make into a movie. We talked a little bit about this before the podcast. Like the death of Superman had a cyborg Superman, had Steel, an original black character, which is an amazing character.
He's awesome.
One of my favorites in Justice League Unlimited, the animated series when I was growing up.
Yep.
And I don't remember who the third one was. The third one, there was the cyborg, Steel, and who was the third Superman?
Static Shock. Oh, no, sorry. I thought you were going with black superheroes.
No.
I was trying to meet you where you were.
Superman's not black. He's a robot.
Okay. Who was the other black Superman?
It doesn't even matter. But there was three Supermans compete. His kid, genetic clone of the original Superman. That was the third Superman in that storyline.
Yep.
That would have been an excellent story to tell.
I think
but instead they just made him black for reasons.
Check the box.
Check the box.
Okay, we'll get into it in the story itself, but there is an original, like they're trying to do this in the like not Jim Crow, but like the 60s and whatnot, when race relations were kind of at their all-time high. And there's already a black Superman that's written into that era, I think it says, but then in this one they literally just swapped Kal-El to be black and then put him in that era.
Don't rewrite a character. Come up with your own damn character.
Thank you. That is the best take ever. That is the solid take. Yes.
Or use an
I'm
existing.
here for something.
Or use an existing black
great.
character.
Yeah. Well,
there's great black characters sprinkled throughout DC and Marvel that you could do great things with.
You really could. And honestly, Jon Stewart was a perfect miss on this new Superman movie. You went Guy Gardner when you could have gone Jon Stewart.
Guy Gardner is my least favorite.
He's everyone's least favorite. Now, okay.
Everyone's favorite is Stewart.
Yeah.
Because he was the guy in Justice League Unlimited.
Yeah. So
Justice League.
Everyone grew up with him, and he was a great... So do you know who we're talking about, Quiz?
That was a man's voice. Okay, that was an absolute
That's gonna be
man's
the theme
voice.
of the day. No, I have no idea who you guys are talking about.
We're talking about...
I gotta rewatch it.
So these are all names of different Green Lanterns. Okay, so there's Hal Jordan, the main one.
Whole league.
Yeah. But the Jon Stewart is another Green Lantern from Earth. So and he's a Black Green Lantern,
former Marine,
badass, awesome character.
Has some respect on his name.
Yeah, he grew up in Harlem. He's awesome.
Great character.
Just an amazing character. And it would have been great because the new Superman movie came out. We got a Guy Gardner as a different, very unlikable Green Lantern character from Earth, but they chose him. They had a Nathan Fillion.
Yeah.
Who love that actor, but
not right for the character.
No,
not right for the character though.
He did okay.
Yeah, I mean, he's just playing a cocky, sarcastic dick.
Yeah,
which Nathan Fillion's not really.
He's not a dick.
Yeah,
but
I see Green Lantern as like
sarcastic,
an athletic person, and I don't get that from Nathan.
You know what? That's a fair critique, actually.
That makes sense.
That's a solid critique, because I think that's something I actually didn't think on, but it is on point. Out of all the muscular superheroes, you had Mr. Terrific in the movie, who was very scrungly, very, very skinny.
And I'm just going.
And then you had
an invisible wheelchair
because I have not seen the movie, but
right.
Mr. Terrific's another character I loved.
I love too. The idea being that did the actors look like their superhero counterparts? Not really, actually. That's an interesting point. We could jump into the article, but Cody, what's your take? I mean,
well, okay, I forgot this thing was even announced. It was way back in 2021. And yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised that it got shit canned, because David Zaslav, the CEO of Warner Brothers, was pulling a whole bunch of shit. Like, Batwoman was the movie. He pulled that. The movie was completed, and like, we're not putting that shit out. He's just been all about like condensing and consolidating and trying to save money for Warner Brothers, because they're like $50 billion in debt or some shit.
Some ridiculously absurd number that, like.
But if you already made the movie, didn't you already spend the money?
You save more on the taxes, like a tax write-off or whatever, than actually putting it out.
Yeah, think of it.
And harming the brand
You got
further.
distribution,
You have to have
marketing.
very little faith in that movie.
Yeah.
Well, think of it this way. So if the movie costs $100 million to make, you'd have to put, let's say they have to put half of that. Normally you would put just that as much as that into the marketing of it. But let's say conservative number, let's say half of that, you're at $150 million. That's your number to break. That's your number to break. Whatever the theater makes, you split with the theater. Whatever comes out of the theaters, you split with them. So it's half and half is another guideline. So it would have to make $300 million in order to break even with that in mind. Plus, the movie was doing horrible at screen testings, like at people walking out of it, negative reviews out of screen tests. They obviously didn't have any faith in it. It's a C-list character that no one cares a lot about.
And putting it out and it's shit, you gotta think about brand damage.
Brand damage.
DC was already kind of in the toilet at that point.
Yeah.
A lot of these production companies have lost the DVD revenue after the fact.
Yep.
due to
Yeah,
streaming services.
they don't make money off of home release really anymore.
The alternative?
Unless they do the Disney Plus thing, where they just release it straight to freaking Disney Plus, and you have to pay for it on there.
Well,
That's just movies. Yeah.
But yeah, that's movies and shit. But
the alternative is what they did, which was they canned the movie, took the tax write-off, which was going to probably inflict the least amount of damage. The $50 million is theoretical. The $50 million for marketing is theoretical. So you do, let's say you get 30 or 40% tax break on a movie, 40 million back, you offset a decent chunk of it, versus like the Marvels movie. What did that do? It was like a $350 million budget, or like a $200 million budget.
I think it made two.
It made 200.
Yeah.
Then okay, yeah. So the Marvels made 200 million, and that was Carol Danvers. This was on the back end of Marvel's Endgame. This is the beginning of the next phase of Marvel. There's a few reasons to watch it, none of which were likable actress or good character or any of that. The movie 200 million is not good if you're on a Marvel budget.
yeah,
And so they had to make 350 million off a C-list character with nothing to like bank onto it. And they would have to be 150 million above what Marvel's performed.
Sorry, I was 3 million over. It was 197.
You bitch. Like, I can't count on you for shit.
Ah,
I mean,
close.
It would be really, really impossible.
Regardless, I'm not unhappy that they pulled the plug on this Superman.
yep.
All right. We'll jump into the article real quick. I apologize. I am struggling to move back and forth here.
We're doing really good at getting off topic, though.
It's good conversation.
It's the point of the podcast, really. Start a story and then just go on 100 different directions.
That's very typical for us. All right. So in the article, in a quiet but telling moment for Warner Brothers Discovery, post-merger restructuring, CEO David Zaslav reportedly made the call to halt development on a high-profile Black Superman movie being written by author. Not doing that.
Ta-Nehisi Coates.
Thank you. And
By the noise I make when I sneeze.
and produced by J.J. Abrams. The project, envisioned as a civil rights era period piece, was deemed by Zaslav to be too woke. And this is Warner Brothers CEO saying that, which is I mean, I'm not convinced he's not woke.
He's more of a money CEO than like a image CEO.
And from
It's
a
all
money
about the money.
perspective, I mean, woke was probably making money in 2021, and
Now it's definitely not.
now it's not.
Yeah. Well,
Got beat into the
I
ground.
don't have to share values. I just really am happy that they're not crapping on a character that I really like.
Granted, in 2020, 2021, anything that you could just sit at home and watch was fucking perfect because everyone was at home.
right. The
That's when they went all in with
That was
the
like
streaming
peak
services.
streaming wars too, wasn't
Oh
it?
yeah.
yeah. I mean, we're still in that. I mean,
Because you had COVID and then Summer of Love and blah 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 blah.
well, and Warner Brothers just finished a restructuring. They have now Warner Brothers split off into Warner Brothers Discovery and I can't remember what the other
just HBO, I think.
I think is something like that, where one of them is like the TV, like they cut all the fat, all the stuff that's costing them money, put it over here, and all the stuff that has the potential and owns all the IPs, they put over here. So they have two different
It
structured
makes sense.
entities now. I can't remember the names of both, but in the article it continues, the now stalled Black Superman movie was announced in early 2021 to much media fanfare. Coates, a best-selling author and an outspoken political commentator, was brought on to write a new take on the Superman mythos, this time reimagining Kal-El as Black Man, set against the backdrop of the 20th century American civil rights struggle. You know, you got to do better, Senator. It's been said already.
Kind of funny.
That sounds like a half decent
20
movie to
years
make
ago.
it without Superman.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you could have done something with it, but
You could
nowadays,
you could make a pretty good.
You could. It doesn't have to
Movie,
be Superman.
yeah,
it
you
could
don't
be a
have to have a
different
superhero. That
character
would be a
in
good
the
movie.
same.
make up a hero
in the sa-
during
yeah,
that time.
you know.
Remember the Titans, but
Like
with
Black
Superman.
Panther.
Why?
Keep it.
Why
keep
does
him
the
an
character
alien.
have to already exist to make a movie about him?
Yeah,
Like,
keep
come
him
on,
as a
come up with
popular
your own
IP.
character.
Keep him an
Let's
alien.
go.
Just
Yeah.
yeah.
What would be? I think we should race swap. Remember the Titans, and
Oh,
just make them all
God.
black, or make them all black or all white, and I'm fine with either movie.
I want
I'm just saying.
Mark Wahlberg to play Muhammad Ali.
That'd be great. I would. Can you dig
Do
it?
it in the other direction.
Yeah. Oh, did you guys hear about they race swapped Black Panther?
yeah. I'm not a fan of that either.
No.
No, yeah,
No
we
way.
talked about that. We weren't either. Like, what are you guys doing?
Stop it.
Severus Snape is a black man.
Yeah.
Wasn't it, who's playing that? Is it Ryan Gosling? Is supposed to be.
That's like a fan cast.
That's a fan cast. It would
I
be
just
great.
don't want anybody to forget that Ryan Gosling was an absolute liability at corner in Remember the Titans.
Oh my God. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I just want that out there. Like, he was hot garbage playing the corner position.
This is your only chance in life you'll ever get to make that point. How
Still
often?
mildly relevant, and I'm
how
not
often
asked
is-
to leave the bar.
Yeah. How often does Remember the Titans get brought up in casual
I
conversation?
just saw the quarterback. I don't remember I just remember Sunshine.
Oh yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
saw him in a movie recently. I was like, I haven't seen that dude in 30 years.
All right, we'll continue the article. From the beginning, the project was framed more as a cultural statement than a story rooted in the broader DC universe. Sources familiar with the script told outlets it would not follow Val Zod, a Black Kryptonian from the comics, but instead reimagine Clark Kent himself as a black man raised in a segregated America. In other words, it wasn't just an Elseworld story; it was an ideological rewrite of a character's origin.
Hey, let's take what made this character an absolute American icon and completely forget about all of it.
Oh, I agree.
That's what I heard when you read that.
Instead of the American way, we'll just go race war.
Race war.
Race war.
I'm not actually familiar with the Val
Zod.
Zod.
So I think it's like, yeah, I mean, it's not like John Smith. It's not super rememberable. It's not, I don't get remember berries.
Is it anything to do with General Zod from?
I
mean-
just don't know the character.
I mean, probably. I mean, they're all Kryptonians, so I mean, we would have to work pretty hard, I think, to figure this one out. I think we'd have to dig a little to find the.
Yeah, we don't have time for that.
Yeah, we do not. We'll keep it going. All right, just to continue here. So, course correction toward the fans. Zaslav's decision to shelf the project might be controversial in elite Hollywood circles, but for many longtime fans of Superman, it was a welcome sign that someone in charge still understands what the character is meant to represent. Superman has always stood for truth, justice, and the American way, not as political commentary, but as a mythic symbol of hope that transcends identity.
I feel heard.
Yeah, just yeah.
Yay!
Well,
Someone gets it.
I would settle not for a culture warrior at the top of Warner Brothers. I would settle for someone who just wants to make money.
And I'm cool with that.
I'm fine with that compromise.
Totally.
It's like I don't need you
The
to
guy who wants to make money is gonna be the guy that gives us what we want,
Right.
'cause that's what
You know what
make
makes
us spend the money.
Hey, you know what makes money is good movies.
yeah.
Yeah.
That makes great.
Not
money.
true. The Fast and Furious franchise makes a shitload of money.
Cody's right.
They started off with good movies.
Yeah.
I want to see more cars get flipped over bridge. I want to see you drive a tank off a ramp. I want to see outer space, drive a tank in outer space.
I want to see. I
It
want to see
wasn't a
Vin
tank
Diesel
in outer
kick
space.
a-
It was basically a beat up fucking 90s car, wasn't it?
I don't even care. I love stupid action.
It's like when Vin Diesel stomps on the fucking parking lot or whatever, the street fights back, and then it just crumbles beneath the bad guy. This is Brazil. This is retarded.
All right, just one last note on here. So, not dead, but definitely cold. Interestingly, James Gunn said back in May 2023 that the Black Superman film is still on the table as a potential Elseworlds project, meaning it could exist outside the mainline DC universe if Warner Bros. Ever wants to revisit it. But that's a far cry from the studio's earlier enthusiasm.
Yeah, it's just not gonna happen. They got to focus too much on establishing this DC universe than doing Elseworlds stuff.
I think that in the interest of surviving, they'd be well off watching what happens with Harry Potter before they lean into the idea of race swapping Superman. Like if you can't get away with race swapping Snape, I think Superman's a harder sell. I really do.
I mean,
Race swapping any character that's in the ethos is not. It's just not the right move.
Let's say you were doing it for storytelling benefit.
Well, I mean, you could race swap a character in Harry Potter like that plant teacher or whatever. I don't think anyone would give a shit about that.
No.
Right. Or
but not one of the main characters.
one
That's
of
described more than anyone else in the book.
well, who was
It
one
has
of the,
such a unique, iconic look to it.
Right. Yep.
Like,
well, they already did it with Snow White
Yeah.
with alabaster skin.
yeah.
Snow White and the 7 diversity hires.
Oh, that was fun content. I enjoyed making content on that one. That was
Snow Brown and the 7 CGI horrors.
yeah. All right, we're gonna wrap up that article and move on to more stuff related to the 100th podcast episode, guys.
Who was the Malfoy goon who
Tom Felton.
he got race swapped in one of the later movies because Malfoy had two henchmen.
Trabb and Goyle.
No, it changed to Blaze. Blaze was
A different character.
It's a different character.
Oh,
They had to get rid of one because the guy playing, it was either Crabbe or Goyle, I don't remember, but he got caught selling drugs, so he was in jail. So they swapped that character.
a very
So
Malfoy
they
goon
needed
thing to do.
They needed a new second best friend.
But that
Because
was
you
a-
can't
that was
just
a-
have one friend. That's sad. You have to have two people following your fucking
I
bitch
don't know.
ass.
I was just kind of pointing that as like a not real integral character that got swapped and
Yep.
nobody really cared.
All right, we're gonna wrap up the article. David Zaslav pulled the plug on J.J. Abrams' Black Superman movie for being too woke. An article written from Marvin Montanaro over at That Park Place. Thank you so much for the article. Really appreciate all the good work.
Marvin, good article. Good job, man.
Go check out That Park Place for more good stories. All right, let's move on to other things. We got some fun stuff to get into. Let's talk first and foremost about some of the. Should we talk about what do you guys want? Do you guys want to talk about the upcoming projects we have coming at Third Party Studios, or do you guys want to jump into the tournament?
Talk about the upcoming projects real quick.
Yeah.
All
let's
right.
let's do a 50,000 foot view on that stuff because it's important. I shouldn't say it's important to talk about. It's your channel. You talk about whatever you want to.
Yeah.
All right, so guys, to kick things off, Third Party Studios, I want to just recap something real quick. The main reason I created the channel with Third Party Studios, we're working with Cody and Slim and the other content creators on the channel, was because I really wanted to create a place where independent creators could kind of come together, work on their small projects, and really try to take and invade the space of Hollywood, try to create projects with a reasonable budget, with a reasonable missions, but have a community that supported each other in creating small works. That was the reason I wanted to throw as much support behind your channel as possible and shout you out every time I get the chance, but also why I wanted to work with the guys from Triggered Free Media to like create the Sunday Slackers and work on everything there. We have several projects in the pipeline that are our own projects, and this is a perfect opportunity to just kind of take you guys through just a quick update on where we are with some of these projects. So to kick things off, Third Party Studios has Voidwalkers. It's a long-running comic book series, a 3-act story, a beginning, a middle, and an end following the story of Alex. This project is still in the works, but we have a 40,000 word storyboard on Act 1, and we are working on paneling and dialogue for the story right now. And right now, we're just looking for an artist to partner with on the channel. If you would be interested, email us at thirdpartystudios23@gmail.com. The email, or message us on one of the other social media apps. But all we're looking for right now is an artist to work with on the project. Voidwalkers is it's set in a superhero society following Alex, who has a secret past, who is learning his origins and learning his own story as he comes across the ops team, which is a sort of self-made, ground-up self-starter of a hero agency that takes on missions from the government to go and try to save and help people fight against villains and other superpowered beings in this world. So it's a long-running story, beginning, middle, end. We have something really tight to put on there for you guys. It won't be a long-running, expansive universe that it like unfolds and unfolds and unfolds. The character deaths mean something. There's no multiverse nonsense. There's no coming back. There's no time travel. There's nothing that would possibly lead to these characters' impact being diminished. So I hope you guys will continue to support the channel so that we can put out this project. We're, like I said, that's our update for it. We're looking for an artist. Otherwise, we have quite a bit put into the first act so far right now. So, I mean, yeah. Do you guys have? I mean,
see, I honestly think a story like that would do really well, because there seems to be a lack of good stories, especially in this space, that just end.
Right. I do believe
there's no wrap up with hardly anything anymore.
My personal philosophy is that it's okay for a single story to have a beginning, a middle, and an end. And my opinion is that if you want to create a story, you put it in a universe, and you make that universe, you set the rules of the universe. My long-term idea with our projects here is I want to create an IP, I want to create Voidwalkers, and I want that story to be told. And I want the world of Voidwalkers to exist as sort of like public domain, where anyone can create another story inside of this universe, and anyone can create another story inside of this universe as long as it sort of follows the rules of that. I would kind of be fine with that, but then give people the ability to reach out to us at Third Party Studios and say, hey, we think this is really good. Would you like to make this? Can we make this canon? Can we say this is official lore? And then let the universe expand through the audience and through the interaction with the community and the fan base.
So kind of similar to what SCP was started out as.
Yeah. I want the community to build the world. I mean, I want to tell the story that I think is a good starting point, but then I want other people to create stuff. And Third Party Studios, my long-term plan for Third Party Studios is to let's make this something of like an accreditation publisher or something like that. So you create a project with us, and then in 15 years, someone else says, hey, we have this fan fiction, quote unquote, and we think we really like this. Can we make it a part of the official lore, the official canon, and then tie that in?
I'm going to write a horror story. It's going to be like Justice League Dark.
Ooh, and you're going to put it in Voidwalker's universe?
Yep.
Please do. That'd be so freaking fun. I would love that. All right, we'll move on to we'll keep going with the other updates here we got. So Pantheon's War is actually my own, it's my own project. It's the book series I've been working on. It's another story. This is set in a fantasy world where it's kind of like a medieval aged fantasy world. There's not a abundance of magic. Magic exists as a concept. It's
like a soft magic system.
It's a very much so. It's not wielded by every single person that exists. The people who can use magic are few, far between, and you'll interact with maybe 2 or 3 throughout the entire story. We have storyboards written out for this one, and actually have already started writing the first book. And this one has actually been my passion project. I've been working on this one for about 9 years. It actually came from a collaborative project that I've been working on with a few other people. And it'll engulf eight different books in its current form. That's the plan. And we'll hopefully be putting these out as we are able to. Still have a long ways to go on this one, but Pantheon's War is my passion project. This is the story I care about the most throughout all of the Third Party Studios projects.
You don't care about the other ones?
Well, I do, but this is the one that's This is the one I put
You have a favorite child.
I have a favorite child. I have a very favorite child. The other ones,
it's not even close.
Not even close. If all of my children were like alone at different bars at 2 a.m. in the morning, at different parts of town, I'd go pick up this one.
Right.
The others can drive home.
They're sacrificial.
the others can. I don't care. So Pantheon's War, guys. These are again just projects that we're working on here to make sure that you guys are up to speed on what we're working on and what your support for the channel goes to. All right, let's keep going.
Cool.
Oh, hide that one for a little while longer yet. And boom. All right, this one we've been working on for a while. This one is probably one of the furthest from actual like production or being ready to go, but I think this one's so freaking fun. So we've at Third Party Studios and Vanguard Games, we've been developing Lancelot. It's a trading card game based on, so it's a trading card game based on a fictional story that revolves around the Knights of the Round Table casually. It's not a like good faith true telling, but it's a fun inspired story trying to fix some of the issues I've seen with the current trading card games that exist out there, Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh, a few others that Lorcana. A few of the issues I've had with some of those trading card games, this is our attempt at fixing some of those mechanic issues, and some of the issues revolving around like power creep and meta. The concept is that you will have multiple factions, archetypes, and every archetype, when there's a new generation, will get a new type of generic support. So the generic support will be applicable to all factions, but its original intent, the thing that makes the card good, is its utility in the primary faction that's assigned to. So you'll start off with factions that will be as balanced as possible, and then the idea is in every update to the game, you will get either a new faction, or you will get a general blast of cards that support all factions. So that way you still don't have... There will be a meta, but it will evolve around... I mean, every card game has a meta, but you'll have it.
Every game has a meta.
Every game has a meta, but this is designed not to allow the game to break itself just through sheer like profit motive. Ideally, we want to make sure that...
So it's like say you have a deck already built, it won't become obsolete.
Exactly. So every archetype will be designed to stay in the game. Certain archetypes will hope that the audience and the players will inspire themselves on how to merge multiple archetypes into the same deck together. So there will be different ways of building your decks and making it as enjoyable as possible. But the concept is that every archetype has a boss monster. We may give you a new boss monster in the future, but you can only summon your boss if you're playing into that archetype properly. So, and you can only win a game through using your boss monster. So in Yu-Gi-Oh! And in other games, you have these generally strong monsters that play in every deck, so you see the same card. You get beat by the same monster 50 games in a row. But in this game, every archetype will have to summon, and every archetype will have to get to a certain level of strength in order to win. And getting there is the fun. Getting there, building your army up, playing it out, battling your opponent in smaller ways. That's the goal. That's the long-term mission of Lancelot. So this is again the project we're working on, trying to get this one a little bit going. We have a ways before we're going to be ready for this one. A lot of play testing and stuff to do. And then this one, the next one we have here is the one I think we're closest to having ready to go. This is another Third Party Studios and Vanguard Games collaboration. So this is Conquest Old World. Conquest Old World is a multiplayer board game. It's a multiplayer board game. You can play with up to 8 people at a time in its current form. There are 10 different factions to choose from all sorts of different points in history, whether that be the Napoleon French, Alexander the Great, Genghis Khan, Sun Tzu, Ragnar Lothbrok. You have all these different characters from history and armies that represent those factions. Every faction has unique abilities you play into. You draw from a deck of cards to kind of get your kind of draw from this deck of cards in order to really fundamentally change the momentum and swing the momentum of the game. So if you are losing, you gamble it all on a draw. And the cards can sometimes save you, or they can hurt you. But there's a lot of fun to be had in those. Normal gameplay goes from rolling dice against each other, and it's just so far all the playtesting has been really good. Still working out some of the kinks, but I think this one's the closest one to being in front of you guys, the audience. Hopefully you guys will, so hopefully you guys will enjoy the game. We'll find some way to show it off when it's in a little bit later version of itself, a little bit closer to final proof version of itself. But
we're going to be testing this one in a couple weeks, aren't we?
Yep, in a couple of weeks, we're going to be bringing this out to the, oh man, we should almost brand this vacation. It should be like the third party studios lake trip.
It's just all YouTube related.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, thanks.
What?
But yeah, we are going to be playtesting this. We're going to be playtesting this at the lake, hopefully in the next couple of weeks, and we will realistically still be playtesting this for a little while yet. But again, we have we're working on the marketing material. We're working on just finishing out the fine touches of things and finding out if there's ways to simplify the mechanics. We want this game to appeal to as many people as possible.
You got to dumb it down.
It's a complicated game, and so we are working on simplifying it so that more people can enjoy the game
Think your
together.
audience is stupid?
Well, this is my favorite feature of the game. The game has a progressive action system, so as the game goes on, the further into the game you go, the faster the gameplay becomes. And so the speed of gameplay should become exponentially fast, leading to a quicker conclusion. So normal games like this, if you sit down for Risk, you're either playing a 20-minute game where someone got a big lead and then runs away with it and just wins, or you're sitting there for 6 hours at a stalemate. Now, with this game, if you get to a point where the game is lasting a while, the game is already speeding up. Every player is given more actions. They're giving more economy, more things they can do to get to the end of the game faster. So the idea is rather than 1 6-hour game, 6 1-hour games. Let's get you guys through this, and with 10 different factions to choose from and up to 8 people able to play, you should never see the same game twice. It should be impossible.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
That
sounds like a perfect leg game.
I love this game. I'm really excited for it. I think everyone.
I hope so. You didn't make a game you hate.
That's right.
I hate this game.
Well,
I want it out there.
A few of the mechanics that exist in Conquest.
To suffer like I do.
Exactly. A few of the
Welcome to 40K.
The idea behind Conquest. So this is Conquest Old World. This is sort of our attempt at a public domain a crack at this, sort of our own project, our own IP that we're going to run with. Conquest, the long-running goal is to take the mechanics of this game, which I'm not going to go into any more detail on the mechanics yet, but we're going to take the mechanics of this game and we're going to carry that across multiple different games with multiple different locations, different factions, different IPs. The long-running goal is to eventually see something like Star Wars, Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings, like all these different things would be the long-term. That would be amazing. That'd be sweet. But we need you guys to subscribe. So do it. Just do it.
Do it.
Make my dreams come true.
I have a particular set of skills.
And making games is one of them. All right. I think that's pretty much everything we've got for that. All right, guys, thank you so much for listening to me on that update. I just wanted to take you guys through it. Really appreciate you guys sitting there with me while we went through that. It is time. Guys, it's time.
It's time.
It is game motherfucking time. All right, we're going to move into the tournament, and we are going to start breaking down these movie scenes and TV scenes for you guys. It's going to be an absolute blast. So, if Cody, can you walk through your understanding of the game as it sits right now? Just basic interpretation of what we're trying to do here.
We're just paying up sad-ass scene versus sad-ass scene. No, it's like iconic.
I hope you like depression because you're about to see a bunch of it.
We're just picking up some. It's not like the best scenes of all time. We just picked out a bunch that were like really good, and we're just gonna pit them up against each other. We're gonna vote on it, and yeah, we'll see who wins.
All right.
Everyone's probably already got their favorite that they want to see through.
Everyone's got their favorite. So
I'm emotionally stunted, so this should be fun for me.
I don't
you
feel
want to
anything.
explain the type of scenes that we're looking at, and
so we have 16 we have 16 scenes taken from movies and TV shows across the last 30 years or so. And the idea of each scene is that we are going to be basing what our decisions are. So we're voting on who moves up in a 16 item bracket to the top place. And our decisions are going to be based on how well the actors perform their role and whether just kind of the emotional impact or the significance of the scene in the movie industry. So these are going to be some of the metrics that we can base on. Each judge, we'll call ourselves, can make up whatever merit decision they want to but we'll talk it
Try
out.
to not be biased by the movie itself.
Yes, we'll do our absolute best to not let our
No promises.
single choice.
It's hard to get
Lead
your
forward.
bias out of there.
A lot of these I have not seen. So
All
I
right.
don't know how I'm ever going to vote against Tropic Thunder.
Well, we'll see. We have a lot of movies to get into, and we're gonna go.
The one race swapping movie I'm still a fan of.
Oh, it's the best. All right, guys.
Still what?
The first two scenes we're going to be talking about are from Dune, Part 2, and from How I Met Your Mother. So in Dune Part 2, we have. Can you run it, Cody? Can you tell me what we're looking
I
at in
forget
Dune?
what scene we're doing.
With the speech. The
are we playing the clip?
yes.
Here? Okay.
Yep. We're playing the clip. I just got to get. It's logistically complicated on my side. So, yeah. So we're playing the scene from Dune Part 2. Due to copyright, there's going to be. It's not going to look great on the screen, but I think it's still better than what it could be.
There's very few of these scenes that everybody hasn't seen.
Huh. Sorry.
I got the list last night. I had to watch over half of them.
Did you really?
It's because Quiz doesn't watch anything.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So we are.
I'm emotionally stunted. I'm emotionally stunted. Jake
styles
is
than you
culturally
guys.
stunted.
I'm very different when it comes to what I want to watch on TV, but
All right. So the first scene we're talking about is Dune
That
Part
would get
2.
you demonetized.
This is the moment when Paul Atreides goes to the Fremen and he does a speech in front of them all and tells them all about how he is. Yeah. So this is the scene where. This is the scene we're talking about. He freaks out. He goes on an absolute tirade, and everyone is sucking it up. They love it. Zendaya's pissed. She's not happy, but everybody else in the movie.
That's a point, I guess, for the scene.
Everybody.
Pisses off Zendaya.
So the scene you're looking at in Part 2 is when Paul Atreides goes to the Fremen and he makes his pitch that he is the chosen one. He is the way, and he is going to lead the Fremen to victory in the war against the Harkonnen.
The Jihad.
And they're going to become the best and make the planet of Arrakis a green paradise. We have that scene going up against. Let me pull the others here. The other scene we're going to be pulling from is How I Met Your Mother. This is the scene when Marshall gets the news that his dad has passed away, and so that's the one we're going to be. These are the two scenes we're going to be comparing. And here we go. Yeah, so Marshall comes out of the bar. He's calling his dad. He's happy.
Happened.
Happy as all holy hell.
Your father.
No,
He had a
what's
heart
the
attack.
what's the actress's name
He
who plays
didn't
Lily?
make it.
Allison Hennigan?
I can't tell if her or Seagal do a better job in this. Seagal do a better job in this.
Yeah, she's really good.
yeah.
They were both amazing in this scene. This is probably the only scene in How I Met Your Mother that I think actually emotionally like hits me pretty freaking hard.
Well, it's one of the darkest moments in the
Yeah,
show.
for sure.
I think that's what makes it amazing.
You go from
Amazing.
so happy and excited to so sad in such a quick
See, I like.
snap the finger.
I'm
they
already.
find
I'm
out
already
she's
voting.
pregnant or something?
I'm already voting How I Met Your Mother on this because
Same.
it feels more authentic and it's such a dramatic 180.
And
True.
also, it's something that everyone can kind of relate to a lot more.
And the performance was great. The
Yeah.
Dune performance, it was like half of them seemed tacky, and it didn't really. It wasn't like a universally emotional scene for me.
I think that's
screaming.
well. Think about screaming in a language you just learned like last year, like a language you
Doing a
just
full
mastered.
on speech.
Doing a
To be
full
like, I'm going to be your leader.
yeah.
It's oddly reminiscent of when Jimmy Carter went to. I think it was West Berlin in the 80s.
What, he starts sounding like Hitler?
Well, or no, I think it was like I think he went to Poland or Germany. Anyway, he tried to use their language, and he said something along the lines of he desired them carnally and did not intend to stay, or intended to stay forever.
Nice. Okay, so
Lost in translation on that one.
Yeah.
so you two are both casting your vote for How I Met Your Mother.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. I think I hear you with that scene. I think it stands out, and I don't want to apply any bias against How I Met Your Mother because I think it's a really good contrast. I think it's probably the best contrast that show's ever had. And I do think that both the actor and actress in that scene played it off really, really well. Yeah, I would normally be biased towards Dune. I would want Dune to win this one, but I do see what you're saying. I think that it's all aggression, I think that the acting caliber from
No one
Timothy
expected-
Chalamet.
No one expected anything really out of Timothy. It's like he can't be a real commanding leader. He's just like a twink kid.
I was trying to decide whether or not Twink was allowed on YouTube.
It's
but
not.
That's
It's not. it's
It's fine.
sorry.
we're okay. We're fine.
Okay, but regardless, it just doesn't hit the same as characters that we've come to know with How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah.
True, this is
Versus Dune was still relatively
new.
at least the movie
Mm-hmm.
was still relatively new, and I don't know, it was a little bit more heart wrenching with How I Met Your Mother.
Cody, your vote?
Yeah, no, I might have to go How I Met Your Mother too.
How I
I
Met-
don't want to.
How I Met Your Mother sweeps. Well,
Yeah.
that's a four.
Well,
I'm,
as
I'm
my-
the fourth vote.
like
Yeah.
How I Met Your Mother isn't my favorite show in the world, but that scene is it's very very well done.
How I Met Your Mother moves into the second round. So, all right, we got more to grab. So, coming up next are Pursuit of Happiness, which I know you guys will.
I enjoyed that movie.
I know which one wins this one. This is frustrating for
Oh,
me.
yeah, this is really easy.
How I Met it's Pursuit of Happiness against the Tropic Thunder. So the two scenes we're comparing are Pursuit of Happiness, the bathroom scene where Will Smith's character has
This is like the bottom, rock bottom.
rock bottom.
Lost their house and everything, and him and his like
It wasn't even a house. It
6-year-old
was
son have to go
basically
sleep.
it was basically a motel room.
Yeah.
Like,
And they had to go sleep in the subway bathroom, and
Yeah.
Will Smith's character is just kind of at the end of his ropes on this point.
And I know I made a joke about how am I going to bet against Tropic Thunder,
All right.
but I'm a dad.
Yeah. Well, and for me, it's like Pursuit of Happiness is one of the movies where I watch it and I know that I'm gonna be sad throughout the whole movie because it's a really touching story.
Until the end when he gets his job.
Because I mean, this moment when
And a
they're
tear goes down his eye.
yeah, they're both they lock themselves away in one of the literal like worst places in the city to probably be. And all of a sudden, in the middle of the night, you're staying up all night because you are just destroyed at this point. Your son's right there with you, and someone's knocking on the bathroom door trying to get in there now. With no means of... Yeah, exactly. You have no means of getting into, or no means of protecting yourself. You just do your best to brace and just move on. Just get the rest of your day going.
I can't even watch it.
It's sad, right? Okay, what is the thing about, is it the scene, the setting, or is it Will Smith?
Will
'Cause
Smith is really good.
he's-
Will Smith, first of all, is an excellent actor,
yeah.
and fudge.
This is hard, right?
It's hard to watch because, I think I'm the only dad in the room, probably,
years
That we
as far
know
as
of.
I know.
as far as you guys know.
Well,
But
I hope so.
let's pull up Tropic Thunder, and then we'll just spend a little bit of time on both of them. But this is specifically the scene. I'm the dude playing the dude, so it's I'm the dude playing the dude disguised as another dude. But I love when Ben Stiller's character is like, the dudes are emerging.
Dude, so much.
Yeah.
There's so many good scenes in this movie. It's like impossible. Suddenly, all the time. He's trying to get the map from Ben Stiller.
I don't know who I am.
I don't know.
I think I might be nobody.
the final form of method acting.
He's going through all of that.
Okay, here's my take
The
on
only
it.
time blackface was ever introduced into film.
Jamie Foxx did an interview about where he talked about this.
Yeah, it was.
Rogan.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome. Well, I mean,
I like how he's like, yeah, I don't drop character till the DVD commentary. Watch the DVD commentary. It's fucking hilarious.
It's pretty damn
It's
funny.
the entire time.
Okay, so I think that Will Smith portrays his character amazingly well. I think it was so well performed. You feel that scene. And I mean, when people tell me like, "Oh, you want me to just feel sad?" I was like, if you're feeling sad, he's doing a good job. This is a story. No one's poking you with a dagger. No one's like twisting your arm trying to make you feel away. You're just feeling something superhuman, and they're doing a really good job of portraying that to you. If you're feeling it, they're doing a good job is usually my standard by which I judge whether or not. I mean, if my immersion is completely broken, I usually blame the actor unless it's the dialogue.
Right.
I mean, it could also just be the fact that it's the whole scene written in general.
Right. And so that's what we definitely have to break down. I think the scene is very sad. I think Will Smith is the scene. There's nothing to react. There's nothing emoting in that scene besides Will Smith. It's a bathroom. There's nothing going. There's nothing else.
There's no dialogue either. It's just
the way that just being, because realistically, at the end of the day, so many people are 6 months away from that position due to a series of unfortunate events.
Love that movie.
I hated the movie.
I know. It's actual garbage. It's Jim Carrey. Good job.
And I read all of those books too. I think that was my first experience of being disappointed with a movie.
I'm sorry.
The book is so much better.
Yeah.
Mine was Dan Brown's Inferno.
That's why you don't read
Same
books.
deal. But anyway, so many people are 6 months away from that scene.
Right.
Is why it hits me so hard.
From blackface. Yeah.
From blackface. Oh, that's what I meant. Oh, I'm sorry. Was that not clear?
We were talking about Pursuit of Happiness.
6 months away from blackface.
Yes.
Justin Trudeau.
Okay.
Well, I think with the Pursuit of Happiness, you can boil the movie down basically to that scene. With Tropic Thunder, like the whole movie is just that way. It's like joke. It's you can't really boil Tropic Thunder down to one scene.
No, you can't. And that does take away from the weight of the scene itself.
Right.
Well, I think the thing about this scene specific. So I was looking. I was watching it back, trying to pick a scene that was impressive acting. Not just comedy, like actual emoting into the actually emoting. The thing about RDJ's performance in this that actually hits hard is that when his character's like, I think I might be nobody. Yeah, I kind of look at that and I'm just like, is he talking through his like experience with his
meta?
Is he talking through? Yeah, exactly. Is he talking through his his drug experience, his past? Is he putting that in the movie right now? I can't tell, but that's what it felt like.
I think this came out right before Iron Man 2, so he's still on his way up.
Yeah, he's rebuilding himself and he's got this really amazing opportunity.
I didn't know who the hell it was. I thought it was an actual black actor until this fucking scene the whole fucking time.
That's so racist. That you couldn't tell. You couldn't tell the difference between paint and a person.
You didn't get all the jokes that were pointed at him throughout the entire
Look
movie.
at what's actually on TV right now.
What do you mean,
like,
you
that's
people?
Flawless makeup, right there.
It's really impressive. It's really impressive.
But I can't vote against that scene in Pursuit of Happiness against Tropic Thunder.
I'm actually there. I'm in Pursuit of Happiness. That's where my vote is.
I gotta go Pursuit.
Yeah.
I did not see Tropic Thunder being out round one.
I didn't either. I really did not see that coming.
Like,
Jake, but hold on.
If we're doing movies as a whole, then probably.
I'm saying.
Oh yeah. It's no joke. Or there's no comparison to the whole movie. It's just that scene hits me
the hardest
in a hard way.
So I want to pause before we I want to hear Jake, because I mean I haven't heard like your vote is for Tropic Thunder, right? I'm not
That's
gonna.
probably a little more biased because I don't like the scenes that make you cry, but
I don't like.
And here you
That's
are.
fair.
You picked all the fucking scenes that make you cry.
But
so
no, that's
I'm
a
like,
fair criticism with these two
choices.
flips.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd much rather laugh than cry, but when it comes down to it, it's like you literally put two complete opposites against each other. And it's hard.
It was an interesting matchup because I don't think the Tropic Thunder scene loses to many others.
No,
So I would love to see.
It's excellent acting.
In hindsight, I would have done a consolation bracket to see how the survivors
Best of the rest.
Yeah, I would have loved to have seen how the fallouts of round one make it. All right, so Tropic Thunder falls out to Pursuit of Happiness.
I'm on the pursuit.
I love that song.
Yeah.
TheCody.
I could quote Tropic Thunder all day long though, and it's mostly RDJ.
I can't rewatch Pursuit of Happiness.
No,
It's
I've
too
seen
real.
it a few times, but yeah.
I actually
makes you want to go curl up in a ball.
It makes me want to hug my kids.
Yeah, I don't have those. So
Just find a kid on the street.
all right,
I need a
guys.
hug.
The next two scenes we're going to be the next two
how you
scenes
end up
we're
in
going to be
prison.
comparing are going to be Ted Lasso with the dart scene and Brothers, the ending scene. So let me move us over to that because I think I actually
This one's going to be tough because this one carries almost equal emotional weight.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Actually, no, I don't think that at all. I think Brothers is way.
You know, Rupert, guys have underestimated me my entire life.
This came out of
And for
the
years, I
reason
never
say
understood
that
why.
is
It
this
used to
kinda
really
came
bother
out of
me.
the Ted Lasso.
Then one day
thing,
I
but
was
it came out of
driving my
nowhere.
little boy to school and I saw this quote by Walt Whitman
Brothers was building
painted
to
on
it
the wall
entire
there. It said,
movie.
Yeah.
be curious, not judgmental.
I mean,
I like that.
I'll tell you my vote right now because I watched them all last night. But my vote is Ted Lasso. But that's more because I always like to see when the bully gets what's coming to him.
You know, that's a good
fair.
point.
That's good. No, but that's valid. That's valid.
I love to see when the jerk just gets it all thrown in his face.
Gets his butt walloped on.
Yep.
Yeah, so we got Ted Lasso's dart scene, and we'll break him down again at the end of them both. But brothers, this is the scene where he
You know me? You're a war hero, son. I'm no fucking hero. I'm no fucking hero. You know what I've done?
I love this. I love this scene.
You gonna shoot me?
I love how they have to cut shot to everybody flinching at the gun, and it just makes it seem so out of sequence.
Sure. Well, I had to crop the shit out of this in order to make it like palatable for YouTube. So I mean, most of that is probably on me for how that's looked. But okay, so let's just break them down. So from Ted Lasso, so yeah, we got Rupert just bullying and making it hard on Vanessa. I've watched all the way up to season, like all the way up through season 2 and partially into season 3. Didn't fall off because I didn't like it. I was enjoying it, and I'm looking forward to season 4 and getting back into it, but it just kind of fell off. It just sort of lost track of it. Okay, so in the dart scene, Jason Sudeikis is just brilliant. I think he's awesome as Ted Lasso. I think his portrayal as Ted Lasso is probably one of the only like comedy drama like characters, because you can't make a character this unserious usually likable. There's something wrong. Something feels really inorganic about it.
Right.
But this Ted Lasso's character is not that for me. I don't feel that at all.
No, I'm actually going to cast my vote for Brothers, even though I do like the Ted Lasso scene more. But as far as depth of acting, kind of the real
Tobey
world,
Maguire just killed it out of nowhere.
Goodness.
I didn't think he was like, I knew him well enough as an actor. I mean, he's Spider-Man, but
he's our Spider-Man.
He's our Spider-Man.
He is Spider-Man.
He's the Spider-Man. He's okay. So
the Spider-Man is the other one.
Right.
That's how they differentiated the titles.
Gotcha.
The Amazing Spider-Man.
The Amazing
the
Spider-Man.
Ultimates or whatever.
So we got.
Oh, no, it was.
It's just Spider-Man and then the Amazing Spider-Man.
But regardless, I'm casting it for Brothers because that is just pure talent on screen.
Tobey Maguire, Jake Gyllenhaal, Natalie Portman. Like just freaking amazing. Like the chemistry those three had together to pull off these scenes was phenomenal. I mean, Jake Gyllenhaal was actually I thought he performed so well in that movie. I mean, Tobey Maguire's character was quiet and he was reflecting, right? Throughout almost the entire movie, he's reflecting the whole time. Jake Gyllenhaal is the character. Jake and Natalie's characters are the ones in conflict. Like they're the ones who are like, their interaction is the one that feels wrong, that they are emotionally like dealing with that, trying to figure out how to balance that out to not hurt, Sam, Tobey Maguire's character. And then it all kind of comes to a head when at this scene, he goes outside and has pretty much a PTSD outburst.
Yep.
Shoots his gun in the air, tries to self-delete, and Jake basically talks him down from it.
So when I hear veterans talk about which movies showcase PTSD the best,
yeah,
they talk about Brothers and they talk about Chris Kyle's
American
Sniper.
Those are
those are the two that say that's kind of the end. This is obviously the end result of untreated severe PTSD. Chris Kyle's more the build up to it.
Yeah.
When he's watching the blank TV screen and wants to go back.
Yeah.
That scene is the one they talk about. And this is the other one where they see so many of their friends and go through this part.
Right. So, I mean, super well. So from their perspective, well portrayed, well done, well performed scene. I got no reason to dislike the performance of Tobey or any of the actors and actress in this movie. So okay, for Ted Lasso, what, Jake, I haven't heard from you yet. What's your take?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty sure I watched the wrong scene for Brothers last night. I literally copied and pasted what you sent me and put it into Google and clicked the first video, and it was not this. So.
It was not that.
You know what? I think I reflect on what happened. I think I know what happened. So this is not the ending of the movie. No. It's just the scene of it's the ending of the movie of like in the content.
It wraps up that conflict.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my fault.
Okay.
I'll take that. But what? So
Literally put Brothers ending, and it's like Jake just watched his credits.
I'm not that sad.
I'm a big fan of Guy in the Bridge 3.
Sound Mike Guy 4 did a great job.
he showed up, represented.
Sorry, my favorite end credit nod was Batman Returns. The title of the character was Kid with the Apple.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right, I'm giving my vote to Brothers.
As am I.
Cody, I haven't heard from you yet.
I'm gonna go Brothers. I didn't watch Ted Lasso. I don't really have much context. I just see a lot of like YouTube shorts of that show.
You do whatever you like.
My favorite that one guy. My favorite one's like so and so, get your hairy ass in here, and he's like, he has like a what kind of look on his face, and he turns to the guys. He's like, you guys know damn well my ass isn't hairy, and not one of you stood up to say anything.
You said we were going to talk about that.
All right, guys, we got more scenes to go. We Peaky Blinders, the no fighting scene, and we have
That's just good meme.
and we have
content.
Spider-Man No Way Home. I Hate Magic. Those two scenes. I am excited for these ones specifically. Let's jump into those real quick. Let me get
I
over.
like the matchups. I wish we could match up other ones.
Well, blame Planks because he.
I just picked him out. I went 1-15, or 2-9. you know, just-
They guys. So the audience.
all random.
I picked them based on my favorite March Madness seeds to watch.
The audience might appreciate knowing that these were not seated. They were completely at random. These were not seated.
The 1-16 and the 4-5 games are my favorite ones to watch.
Oh yeah.
Peaky Blinders.
16, really?
So Peaky Blinders.
Because sometimes they're good games.
Yeah, for people who don't know about Peaky Blinders,
Who doesn't know about Peaky Blinders?
yeah, you should know about Peaky Blinders.
If
But
you don't, you should. Yeah.
this is the scene at the wedding, though, where Tommy is telling all of his party to not fight. It's comedy. And I think it's really consistent with like his character portrayal, all of it.
We got to watch this one to the end.
Yep, absolutely.
Oi! No fighting. No fucking fighting. No fighting. No
I've just seen so many
fucking
memes with this scene.
fighting!
Like, just-
Good. Get the fucking...
Dang.
I like how the whole time he's like, no fighting, no fighting. All of a sudden, he's the one who
Instant-
pushes the guy.
Oh yeah.
All right, what was the other one we were going against? It was No Way Home. Yep, this is Spider-Man No Way Home. So this is the scene. So
Great movie.
amazing movie. Honestly, this is one of my highlights this is my highlight of the Infinity Saga.
It's the only movie that I tolerate Zendaya.
The scene we're talking about here is when Peter goes to Mary Jane and Nate and has to tell them that they are going to forget him. That he is going to go tell Doctor Strange to just do the magic spell, make everyone forget, just erase it all.
You better. If you don't, I'm just gonna figure it out. I've done it before, I can do it again. I promise I'll fix this. I really hate magic. You me too.
There was a lot of debate about this one with whether or not we were going to go to the end of the movie where Peter ultimately goes and shows up at the cafe.
I was gonna bring that up.
Well, we were thinking about that one, but that is not there's not as much acting in it, and you don't see anything besides Peter's interaction with it. Like you see Peter like
He's just accepting at that point, like
He's
his
accepting
lot in
that
life. Well, in this scene, it's more
they're
like
better
goodbyes
off
and stuff.
without knowing him. And it's like the sad realization where you realize that he is now completely alone in life.
Right.
That's really
Yeah.
He's starting at where Spider-Man's supposed to start at. We had a 3-movie fucking origin story for Tom Holland Spider-Man.
Right.
and we all loved it.
You know, my one of my favorite moments in the comics is like the next book after this happens, when Bruce Banner turns into Hulk, but Hulk remembers. Spider-Man.
Oh, I didn't. I think I've heard this before, but honestly, in the dark recesses of my brain, I forgot about it.
Where the only person in the universe that knows he is Spider-Man, or even who Spider-Man is the Hulk.
Dumb brute.
Well, and
Well, he's not the dumb brute in that line.
Oh, is he?
He talks.
Right.
right. Okay.
He still references himself in third person, but
Who
So-
doesn't?
How do we compare these?
many stairs.
So, Cody, where are you at with this matchup? So Peaky Blinders,
Peaky Blinders
No Way
is an
Home.
amazing show.
I think as far
That's
as
what the Hulk said. Yeah.
I think we might need the freaking coin for this one.
I don't.
close.
Well, we don't know what our votes are yet. No one said what they're voting yet.
I'm gonna go No Way Home.
Honestly,
Acting talent alone.
I think okay.
Yeah, it's surprising what came out of Tom Holland.
Zendaya.
good in that movie.
I was when the cast was first announced. I didn't like Zendaya as a choice. I thought she was a little flat.
Sure.
She did so well in that.
You actually
role.
like her in that movie.
I actually really like her in that movie.
Yeah. I
She
agree.
tried to play it again in Dune, which I wasn't really a
I agree with you. I think that Zendaya and Tom's chemistry is fantastic.
I don't remember the name of the
It's
Asian
almost like
guy,
they're
but-
dating or something.
Yeah, they're
right.
kind of.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, right.
I mean, well, I'm not.
I hope they have good chemistry.
This isn't E Entertainment. This is third party studios.
TMZ, damn it.
I don't remember the Asian actor's name, but he did
The kid who plays Nate, right?
Nate.
Yeah.
The kid who plays Nate.
Yep.
Ned.
Ned.
Is it Ned or Nate?
It's Ned.
It's Ned.
But
I fucked up.
I thought both of those guys and Tom,
Spider-Man,
like
yeah.
the emotional weight in that scene, amazing.
Well-
and they portrayed that perfectly.
And with Ned specifically, you watch his reaction and you almost wonder, why isn't he saying more?
Right.
What does a high schooler say when his best friend tells him you're never going to remember? What does he
And look
say?
at where they're at.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
He just went through hell.
he's the guy in the chair.
universe around you is literally reality is cracking, motherfucker. And your best friend is telling you you're not going to remember him.
And MJ has a
process right now.
He's 17.
well, and MJ is speaking up quite a bit. I mean, but she has a lot more to say. She's fighting a lot harder on that, and that's just a difference between their two characters, right? They're two characters living it out.
She's more the fighter, where Ned is the guy in the chair.
Right.
Right.
Well,
I just loved everybody's portrayal in that scene.
Well, let's talk about Cillian Murphy and Peaky Blinders for a quick second. So, one reason I think that the No Way Home is standing out so much more for me versus the Peaky Blinders scene. First off, love the scene. It's hilarious. It's fun. It's still Tommy being Tommy. This isn't a breakout moment for Tommy.
Right.
So it's fun. It's fun, lighthearted. It's definitely a new moment to experience in Peaky Blinders, but it's not his best moment in Peaky Blinders for a acting scene.
And a lot of that, his
who
best
picked
moment
the
in Peaky
scenes?
Blinders is his is probably his Alfie scene.
Yeah, that's my favorite scene of all time.
So-
So when him and Alfie fight.
Yeah.
So this was actually so for a little bit of transparency, because we were talking about that, and ultimately I kind of made the call here. The Alfie scene and the Tommy scene, the one that I agree is actually a really good scene. We had already done a comparison on that on the channel before,
Yep.
so I was trying to pull in something a little new. I didn't expect at the time the contrast would be so stark here.
Well,
So-
I think a lot of what I think where this scene in Peaky Blinders especially kind of loses it is the roles that they're acting. It requires stoicism, which doesn't hit.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
the
It
entire
hits with time, but
hits
not
with time.
not momentary, not in a
Yeah.
moment.
It requires most of them to be stoic.
Right. Okay. So what do we got for votes?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go Spider-Man on
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. All right. Another sweep. Those are kind of rare.
We're just one big echo chamber here.
Hey, you know what?
The only reason there wasn't
This next round's going to be tough.
me.
This next round's going to hurt some feelings in the chat.
Oh wait,
in the
what? Oh
shit.
no.
Is it?
Any complaints you can direct at Talk.
I don't know if this one's gonna be. I don't know if this one's gonna be that hard to deal with. So because we're still in round one.
Well, you're comparing two. Well, the second round's going to be tough because you're comparing two scenes that are similar already in the first round.
All right. So the scenes we're comparing now are going to be Game of Thrones and Seven. So we got What's in the Box from Seven, but then we have the scene from Game of Thrones season 6, episode 10, where we get the reveal that of Jon Snow.
That nobody saw coming.
Yeah, nobody knew. Nobody knew he was a
Who didn't
Targaryen.
read the book?
All right, let's start
I
with.
didn't read the book.
movies.
I'm not.
Or
I'm not-
shows or whatever.
I'm not
We will
reading
start
the book.
Game of Thrones.
Why do they all have their eyes closed? Is that supposed to be one of the 1,000 faces?
Yeah.
things? Okay. Is it 1,000?
I didn't make the cover art.
I'm not.
I'm just
saying
kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm
I'm
kidding.
not saying. I'm just saying.
I'm not.
He's just kidding. Yes, he did.
I'm just.
It's the cover of one of the DVDs.
I think that.
The music in this is so freaking good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Scene.
Dude, didn't Hans Zimmer do
He's not
this?
going to
I
die.
don't think so.
No.
No.
I can look it up.
Get us some water.
No, just
Is there a mess there?
listen to me, Ned.
Honestly, the fight with the Sword of Dawn right before this was excellent as well.
That was excellent. It's yeah, that was really cool. I mean, you get this moment where you find out that he lost, that he actually was going to lose that fight, and then just gets totally plot armored.
Just gets what actually happened in medieval war, which is just everybody stabbing each other. It doesn't matter how good you are against 18 people.
It's kind of an ironic moment that you compare back to season 1. You see Ned against Jamie. Jamie wins because Ned gets stabbed in the leg.
Medieval got.
Yeah, he gets medieval got. All right.
Do you know how they took down knights in medieval times? They got 50 dudes with rocks. And they just
stone him.
They just bashed him, and they just bashed him to the ground until the knight got tired, and then they unhooked his armor and got him.
All right, now we got 7. So 7 being a classic. Just a brief synopsis: you have basically this deranged serial killer going around, and he's killing people in ways that are meant to symbolize the 7 deadly sins.
This movie was a lot more foreshadowing than we gave it credit for back then.
Yeah,
with Kevin Spacey.
Yeah. But basically, you have John Doe having killed Brad Pitt's wife, just cut her head up and just put it in the box. It's been like what, 30 years, 25 years,
and people still quote it to him.
Yeah,
every time a UPS dude comes to my shop, dude, every time. What's in the box?
What's in the box?
This is peak Brad Pitt. How do you bet against it?
I don't know. And I will say,
so it's like to get the final kill out of the way was to get Brad Pitt's character to kill John Doe's character. Yes.
All right, so
there's times where Morgan Freeman looks legitimately concerned,
right?
Like not acting.
Well, Brad Pitt said he because he got screwed in a movie before this where they ended up changing a bunch of shit in the script after he signed the contract, and in the contract for 7, he's like, you have to keep this ending because they were gonna do the dogs or something in the box instead.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's classic Hollywood sophistry. It's like we can't possibly have real impact from our movie or have something that actually feels real.
What is it, Nicole Kidman?
Gwyneth Paltrow.
We can't actually kill Gwyneth Paltrow. Brad Pitt's like, what?
All right, guys. So, I mean, this is Quiz. What's your take? Where are you at with this one?
Oh, I'm on 7 on this one.
I'm on 7 as well.
7, just another sweep.
It has
7,
to be.
Brad Pitt's insane, dude. Like,
it's too good. It is. It's too good. Against Game of Thrones, the scene itself in Game of Thrones is good.
The reveal is excellent.
It's solid.
Right.
I mean, this is about if you knew the ending and you wanted a good faith, like, attempt at like putting it on screen, especially when you have the dumbasses D&D like screenwriting this whole project or screenwriting the project, because I think by season 5 weren't they ahead of the books?
It was like 4 beginning of 5, something like that.
Yeah, so this is them. They kind of they probably have
they got notes from
Martin
George Martin.
But yeah, this is just them just doing the portrayal
for that
to the best of your portrayal. Yeah, I was there.
God blessed me with the ability to hear and then cursed me with this.
All right. Oh, this one's gonna be divisive, I think.
This is gonna hurt feelings.
Rewatch 7.
So we have the scene from the movie the scene from the movie Warrior, and we have the interrogation from The Dark Knight.
Oh man,
this matchup is Cody's gonna get hurt on this one.
I'd just like to point out I am wearing a Batman shirt right now,
so your bias is undeniable.
A little bit biased before we're coming into this.
Batman is my favorite superhero. He has never been truly depicted on screen.
The animated series.
The animated series doesn't count.
Okay. You're talking live action.
I do like the Dark Knight depiction of him, though.
The Dark Knight depiction, in my opinion, is by far the best.
Okay.
What did you think of the Batman?
I can't get past Sparkles. I'm sorry.
Cody, can you take us through the scene? Can you take us through the
all I can think
the
of
Warrior?
Twilight.
All right, in the Warrior, we have Nick Nolte's character, who's the father of both the fighters, going to the main event. He's been sober for like 3 years, but Tommy, his son that he's been training, has given him such a hard time throughout the movie that he ends up breaking down, relapsing, and he kind of has like a PTSD moment, drunk off his ass. And this is like the only time you see Tommy's soft side. It helps his dad.
Yeah, and it's really interesting because it's very, very clear Tommy's animus towards his father. It's so
Well, his father used to beat his
it's
wife
bad.
and kids.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's bad blood there, but
I mean, you see this like absolute hatred.
I'm actually surprised you picked that scene instead of the one that's in the cover art.
I
A little bit.
I mean, I do
this one gets me a lot more than like
I would agree.
Them like
but
the two
when everybody
brothers
thinks of the
insulting.
Warrior, they think of this scene. They don't think of the Nick Nolte scene.
Right,
I will say Nick Nolte
is fucking so
killed
good.
it. Killed it.
I don't think that they do think of that scene. I don't know what scene in The Warrior. I think of probably the scene where they're on the beach. Like, yeah, like you haven't seen me for so many years.
Yeah.
What we're not talking. What's this about?
That's a fair one.
That's
I
where
didn't even get to say goodbye to my own mother. Yeah,
that's where my mind goes. I mean, when I think of the movie, but I mean, like the cover art. I mean,
I just think of the resolution in it. Yeah.
it's beautiful resolution. It's so beautiful.
so beautiful.
So gorgeous. Gorgeous. All right. Now it's time for, I think this is going to be many people's like default like best scene when they think of movies and shows, especially Batman. So you have
Start with the head.
you never start with the head. It makes them all fuzzy.
Oh man. This one's gonna hurt because Nick Nolte killed that other scene, and then this one is just Heath Ledger embodies this role here. He is the Joker.
Yeah,
He literally goes so far into the character that he kills himself after.
It's honestly, that's true. I mean, like
That's actually a Hollywood lore. Like it's Hollywood lore is people who depict the Joker don't do well afterwards. Jack Nichols, what's his last name?
Nicholson.
Nicholson. Jack Nicholson said he had real mental health issues after he depicted the Joker. Who was the first guy? I can't remember his name, but he ended
Like
up
in
with,
the 60s?
Yeah, he
I
ended up with drug problems.
actually do know.
Oh, I'm not gonna get there. I mean, we had a
I can't remember
Mark
his name.
Hamill. I mean, but I think he did the.
Mark Hamill's always been
But
Brandon.
that's kind of why I see that's kind of why I see the animated series as a lesser. Like Kevin Conroy. Kevin Conroy will always be the voice of Batman, but I don't see
What
those.
was that actor?
Jared Leto, garbage.
Oh, don't.
He was already crazy.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be just fine because he didn't do a great job.
Well, he
Jared,
didn't embody the role like the other guys
yeah,
did.
no, he didn't.
I don't know if I blame him for that, but I never thought he was gonna do a good job.
He didn't do a great. They didn't do a great job on that script, and then he just Jared Leto did.
Well, it's the cut of the movie. David Ayer, the guy that directed it, didn't get a say in the cut. So
That-
everyone's
that
been
makes
asking
sense.
for the Ayer cut now.
There's no version of that's gonna salvage
Is that
Jared
really
Leto's.
gonna be better?
It's his look. It's almost his look.
It's yeah.
Yeah,
It's
does not look like.
there's no
Joker at
he
all.
literally put tattoo damaged on his forehead. It's like, oh, okay, I get it.
There's no refined chaos that you see in Heath Ledger.
Right.
It's just standard chaos, which I can go out on Main Avenue and see that. But oh dang,
That's such it's such an iconic scene, the interrogation scene,
Okay, let's break it down a little bit simpler.
and I've seen it a billion times.
Okay.
and it never hits different.
Nolte's performance is about
Impeccable.
it's amazing, right? It's about as good as it possibly could be.
And there's weight to it.
There is. You feel the emotional impact. This is probably one of the most powerful scenes in the entire movie. Whether it's the most memorable or not is what we were talking about earlier, but it's definitely one of the most powerful.
Oh yeah,
The emotion of his, like, him relapsing and what that does to Tommy in this moment sort of forces him back into this, like, childhood state where he has to kind of look after his father. I mean, there's so much in that scene to dissect from just an emotional perspective and how well both actors were emoting and making their characters known.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about, like, Heath Ledger and Christian Bale now.
What
Yeah, there's
what
an
I do
inherent-
like about the Joker scene is them pointing out when the Joker's like, "You have nothing to threaten me with." It really just embodies the good versus evil, where good is always fighting such an uphill battle because
that's
literally
actually really.
evil is they're not scared of anything.
I got nothing to lose.
They got
There's no-
nothing to lose, and it's always
Because
that's
the
why
act-
evil
yeah,
wins in the world. And
Evil in that scene, just the act of being there means they've already won.
yep.
Okay, so we can now. Okay, so Heath Ledger and Christian Bale's performance now. So Christian Bale, he's not even everyone's default choice for Batman. I mean, there's debate about he's mine, he's most people, I think,
Yeah.
but it's not everybody's.
Right.
There's a different Batman for everybody. So he doesn't even do the best Batman objectively. Like, I mean, as a law.
As a consensus view, he is not the default.
Now, on the Joker side of things, I do think Heath Ledger is there. I don't think that I discount almost anyone's counterpoint to that. I'll hear people out if they want to make a counterpoint about who's the right Joker.
Well, who's your options?
I mean,
the options for Batman are pretty
vast.
There's a lot.
There's a few.
And they're all decent. There's no other decent.
No one holds a candle to Heath Ledger's Joker.
No.
Right.
Could anyone else have done?
It's one of the best roles ever portrayed.
Could anyone else have done? So I don't think someone else could have done Heath Ledger's role here in this movie. I don't think anyone else could have performed this. Now let's ask the same question about Nolte and Tom Hardy. Could those performances have been recreated by another actor?
Yes.
I believe so, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so we have at least one metric we
Mickey
can say.
Rourke.
Well, we have one metric we can say that no one's going to be able to recreate Heath Ledger's Joker to that caliber, but I think I just heard that we have a consensus that someone else could have recreated those other acting performances.
I would agree. That actually tips me back to, because I was originally I was really trying to convince myself in a way not to pick the warrior scene. I think
that's a good question, right?
I think that actually tips me to. I think I'm going to cast my vote for The Dark Knight.
That's where I'm at. I mean, what sucks is that I do think Nolte's performance. This is a shit matchup for this because look how hard we have to be like digging into this. These are so evenly matched.
I have to come
we
up
have
with
to blame
something
Planks for the matchups.
It's entirely my fault.
Cody,
I did it. I do it again.
Before we cast votes, where are you at, Cody? Before we cast votes,
You might have to flip a coin for me. I'm just thinking. I'm sitting here the entire time, real thinking about it, and I just can't pick one.
Really? Wow. Are you abstaining?
I have to pick The Dark Knight. I have to.
Same.
I want to hear if there's. I want to hear.
It's too iconic.
I want to finish the argument before I finish casting my vote, but
It's too iconic. I've watched the Dark Knight interrogation scene like alone a million times, not without watching the rest of the movie.
I've looked up that clip by itself.
yeah.
I gotta go Dark Knight.
All right. It's a 4-0.
It
It
hurts.
really sucks.
It hurts.
It's 4-0, but this is the thing. It's like this is the thing. Hollywood keeps getting us saying we want more superhero movies, and honestly, we're not.
I want more good superhero movies.
Yeah, but look what we lost.
I know.
Look what we lost.
This hurts to watch.
We chose evil.
I chose Great Value brand.
That choice is gonna drive me to drink.
Granted, Tuesday drives me to drink. But
Really? Because I offered you a beer and you said no.
no, it's because my liver is shot full of holes.
All right, I think this one.
I have blood in my alcohol system.
I think this one might be a little easier. So we have
It just doesn't know where to go anymore.
we have The Patriot against Inglorious Bastards. So
Oh dang it!
Two good ones.
Always have to
Oh,
next
man.
to each other.
oh, I really didn't think you would have a. I didn't think you'd have a hard take on this one, Jake. Like I thought you'd probably be like default Patriot. Default to The Patriot being your choice.
I watch The Patriot every year.
I love The Patriot. I just didn't think there was
another
this
Heath
much
Ledger.
love for Inglorious Bastards. I guess
I
I'm
miss
hearing.
Heath Ledger so much.
All right, let's go Inglorious Bastards first.
We're a few years older than he was when he died.
He died at 30.
28.
Oh my
Wait,
goodness!
Heath Ledger died at 28.
Oh, he was only 28.
That's tough. I loved him in A Knight's
Cody,
Tale too.
stop making me feel old.
All right, so Cody,
Still is
this is your
goated.
this is like your scene.
Oh.
Can you take us through the scene?
Oh, is this the starting scene?
Starting scene, opening scene. Yep.
Everybody was uncomfortable.
Yeah, you got so the Nazis come to a French farm looking for the Juden. And
Das Juden.
huh?
Das Juden.
Das
That's
Juden.
good. And
And the entire scene, this what's his name? Hans. Whatever.
Hans something.
Hey Hans.
Yeah. They got him interrogating this
Hans.
French farmer about runaway Jews and whatnot. And the tension that builds up through it because like the Nazi officer Christoph Waltz
Yep.
is playing such like a kind of like a happy-go-lucky.
He's your friend.
Yeah, he's your friend.
Yeah.
And the whole time you're like, no, that it's gonna turn eventually.
Mm-hmm.
And the French farmer knows that too.
The end though, where he kind of fake shoots with the Luger.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Well, the fact that the scene is 20 minutes long is hard to like chew on.
That must have been a hard sell to the studio. It's like I got one scene that goes on for 20 minutes, and that's just the beginning of the movie.
well, they have to start. They
It's a
have to.
prologue.
You have to start that with "We're killing Nazis."
Well, and Cody, tell us about okay, Quentin Tarantino's search for this cast choice too is a good story.
Oh yeah, they couldn't find anyone to play Hans. And if he couldn't find anyone, he just wasn't gonna make the movie.
Yep.
And so finally,
Well, it's a
Christoph
pivotal
Waltz
character.
comes in. He's like, "Oh fuck yeah, we got a movie."
Yeah.
He's oh my god.
Need to
it's
know
so
like
good.
7 languages, is that right? Or he needed to know
He
needed
speaks 3 or 4
Yeah,
in
I
the
think he
movie.
speaks 4, yeah.
Yeah.
German,
Well, he
Italian,
speaks-
French, and
He speaks 4 fluently.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't remember any others.
Yeah. Another fun fact though, the Bear Jew in the movie was written for Adam Sandler. But there,
yeah.
Really?
But there
Yep.
were scheduling conflicts.
That actually would have been hilarious.
It would have been hilarious.
That'd have been way funnier than it was intended to be.
All right, let's jump over to the Patriot real quick.
Ah.
I don't know if I could have taken that scene.
No,
as
absolutely
serious.
not. Oh, you were.
All right, so in the Patriot, this is the scene after the church burning, and Gabriel goes and finds that the town has basically been murdered by the Brits, the Redcoats. He goes after the colonel he goes after the main guy who is giving him who's the bad guy,
Main protagonist.
main protagonist, antagonist.
Antagonist. Yeah. Sorry.
Here's another one where stoicism is kind of required because of the period.
Well, this breakdown from Mel Gibson you see here at the end of it is just so powerful.
True.
Like this is not just Heath Ledger doing a great job. Mel Gibson is an unreasonably underrated actor. He's
absolutely.
he's fantastic.
Oh yeah.
And he's been great in almost
He's lost his wife, 1 son, just lost another one.
Yeah.
He just has a moment.
Is there a bad Mel
breaks
Gibson movie?
Well, you don't just have the. Oh, sorry.
I think We Were Soldiers is not okay. This is
Comparatively to all the war movies that were coming out at that time, it's not at the top. That's for sure.
I think my take on We Were Soldiers is that it's actually kind of mid. I think generally speaking, even with the even taking in hindsight, I don't think it was a phenomenal movie. I think it's great. I enjoyed watching
I
it.
can't picture a scene from it.
Yeah.
But I can picture a scene.
Bro,
from
you can't
Platoon.
picture Broken Arrow.
I saw it a long time ago too. Very long.
See,
time
that's
ago.
another movie I rewatch quite a bit.
We Were Soldiers.
We Were Soldiers.
Well, and I'm not trying to shit on it. I'm just saying that
No, I'm not saying you can if you want to. It's
But what my take is that I don't think it's the best of anyone in it. I think everyone in it is it feels very phoned in. Like you're getting good acting out of it. You're getting a good story, but it doesn't feel like anyone reached their potential or utilized their potential in this movie.
It is honestly, the story itself is kind of a top level story. It doesn't give any one character enough time to really get into them.
Fair. Yeah, that's true.
But if that movie would have come out in 2025, it probably would have done a lot better.
Maybe.
Just because of the shit quality that we get for everything else.
It's like going back and watching Thor: The Dark World. It was shit at the time, but now it's probably a hell of a lot better.
Oh yeah.
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 But I think it's so tough. I honestly would have had a harder time picking had you picked the one where his kid actually got killed.
Gabriel did
Thomas?
die in this.
No,
Thomas.
Oh, okay,
Thomas
gotcha.
got killed.
Yeah.
Because that was such a
He just
Shit just got
you
real.
saw it coming and you're like, dude, don't. And then he did it and
Well,
it got done.
I never liked Thomas.
I think that I
It's
think
literally just that stupid kid attitude where it's like. there's
Well, I mean, the
100
action of
soldiers around.
it's like,
What the
all
hell
right,
do you
where are
think
you gonna
you're
go after he gets Gabriel?
Now what? Yeah.
the main thing
There's
that's
no forward thing.
the main thing from this scene that I believe was important to take away was Mel Gibson's specific reaction.
Yes, I would
Because-
say that is about as good as you can get for a non-tear jerking breakdown.
Yeah, because you feel like the repetitive repeating one phrase is very typical of an emotional break.
Yes,
Or the repeating of one word or two-word of a two-word phrase.
it's not your fault.
So
It's not my fault.
It's
not my fault.
So, but I mean,
Jimmy,
that.
it's not your fault.
Okay, so we need to start voting on this. So what is your guys' take on those two? What would you guys like to see between those two movies?
When we first played Inglourious Bastards, I'm like, definite. I love the Patriots so much, but the beginning scene of Inglourious Bastards is so good. When Christoph Waltz's character, he's like, when he shifts, he's like, you're hiding enemies of the state, aren't you? It's like you can see it. It's not even like really. It's very subtle. It's like in his eyes. He gets more like wolf behavior almost.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, don't get me wrong. This scene in The Patriot was emotionally impactful, but nothing. I don't think any movie has made me as uncomfortable as that first interview scene in *Inglourious Bastards*.
Fair point. Quiz, where are you at with it?
Like I still haven't cast my vote.
It's
though.
hard.
I don't know.
It's definitely hard. I mean, obviously, the Gabriel scene is he's not just seeing his son die, he's also seeing his son die right after telling him the story of him doing exactly this, and basically his son
Going off
almost
half-cocked.
trying to live up to his legacy and basically it getting him killed.
This is where he also loses faith in the war.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right after
Oh,
this,
right.
He's like,
Yeah.
I'm done fighting.
I forget about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's lost too much. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So
That makes it harder. But
I
I'm still,
have,
I'm
I
still
have to
picking *Inglourious
lean
Bastards*.
towards the Patriot just because it's more heart-wrenching versus
The
stomach churning
intensity
would
of
be
the
the other one.
uncomfortable, I think, is what you were saying.
The intensity. of it.
So yeah, I hear that. Okay. So you went The Patriot.
I think I'm gonna go to the Patriot, but
Planks?
it's close.
IG.
IG. Cody.
IG.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Here's my thoughts.
This war will be fought amongst us.
I'm really feeling The Patriot, but I do agree with what you were saying, Planks, with the uncomfortableness. It's such a long scene that you could almost feel uncomfortable for holding it in and not needing to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, weird. After watching that,
thinking
it's weird asking someone for a glass of milk.
Yeah.
I think
that part is what started the uncomfortable.
Tips his hat to
portion
his
for me.
cows. Like, what the hell?
They're
Can I
right.
get you drinks? Like, you're a dairy farmer. I'll take some milk.
all right. I know I'm the one holding this up. I'm going to choose The Patriot.
Got a flip.
We got a coin flip.
Yeah, we got a coin
It's
flip.
happening, boys. Oh my god,
This is tough.
we get to use the coin flip. All right.
There was one that deserved a coin flip.
Like, I'm confident in my decision, but I don't feel good.
All right.
I mean, yeah, like you, I watch The Patriot almost every year.
Every year, I watch
I first
Independent.
watched it in a hotel once when we were on the road.
I watched.
I thought it was in high school, like Mr. Shy's class. We watched it at least 4 or 5 times.
So I watch.
Did we?
I watch I watch The Patriot every year. I watch Independence Day every year, and I watch the Band of Brothers on Memorial Day.
Band of Brothers. So
Planks, you call it right. It's Inglourious Bastards.
Tails never fails, baby.
sweet.
All right.
Ah.
IG
Like,
gets
I won, but at what cost?
Right. Like, yeah, this doesn't feel good.
I was like, yeah, we just eliminated a great clip.
A great movie.
All right, IG wins the tiebreaker. All right, we're moving on to the next one.
See, if we're doing movies, it'd probably be
Not
that.
even
Oh
close.
yeah.
Not
Yeah,
even
there's no
question.
joke.
Oh, this one. All right. All right, so we got The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air versus It's Not Your Fault.
It would have been funny if it was
Oh.
Will Smith versus Will Smith in this.
That would have been
There's a potentiality of that happening.
Yeah, I think they're both. Well, we'll see if they both survive. Let's do Fresh Prince first. So, for
I don't
people,
even have to watch it.
I mean,
We're seeing it a lot.
Yeah,
Might as well.
I can quote it for you.
so in The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, the scene we're reacting to and talking about is specifically the scene when his father comes in the episode where his father comes back to town. They rekindle their bond, and then the dad decides to abandon him again near the end of the episode. And Will is reacting to being left again. He's talking and emoting it out with Uncle Phil. And it's just
He's trying to play it off as like, whatever, but
You know,
I
learned how to shave. I learned how to
in the
fight without
pursuit
him.
of
I had
happiness, I made a lot of
14
references
great
to
birthdays without him.
being a
He never
dad
even
and
sent me a
being in
damn
that
card.
having to be in that situation. This doesn't hit me as a dad as much because
you
it
could never be the dad that walks
because
out.
it is you're right. It is entirely the fault of the dad.
yeah.
Whereas in The Pursuit of Happiness, it hit me a lot harder because it can be forces entirely outside of your control.
Jack, think of this scene as instead of you're the dad, you're Uncle Phil, and think of how you
Oh,
would
yeah.
react.
Yeah,
Having
watching
to sweep up after your
you would be
deadbeat
more
brother.
the
Yeah.
Uncle Phil rather than the deadbeat loser.
Yes,
Then
and that is a
you would
situation,
be-
and
you
that
would
is
be
a
the type of guy.
that is a situation where I can sympathize with, but it doesn't hit me as a dad as hard
And-
because I would never do that.
And
Right.
also, I believe
And
this
that's your
wasn't-
choice to do that.
This wasn't scripted, I believe, either. This was Will Smith's legit reaction to his own father.
Like his own
abandoning him.
familial
Yeah.
issues. Yeah.
This was an actual thing. Yeah, have a beer.
That's tough.
But
That
yeah,
definitely
so
lends
that's what makes me automatically go
Fresh Prince.
Fresh Prince, because this wasn't just, this was real for Will, and
So it's not acting.
it really isn't. But honestly,
Not that that takes away from
it.
it.
Is acting, but it is also real at the same time, which really just drives home. This is a clear winner for me.
So there's no okay, so comparing Good Will Hunting,
So if you picked non-acting boys,
I just quoted this.
Yeah, that's why I was like, we're not there yet, Jack. Like,
I didn't even see, like, I didn't read the list because I read like the first two, and I'm like,
pick the numbers.
no, I read the first two on the text message we got with the clips, and I'm like, I've seen all these because I know kind of the stream that it was going towards. But and when we picked the seating, I just started saying random numbers. Every once in a while, Jimmy would go, "Oh, this one's gonna be good," and then that's the entire extent of what I got. But
so okay, so
these two head to head, I'm picking Good Will Hunting. This is the scene that got Robin Williams a Best Supporting Actor.
I mean, okay, so let me get.
what about the scene where he's telling his story about his wife farting?
That's in this one.
Is
Or
it in this scene?
No,
it's
it's
the one before.
It's a different. So there's the. I would say
That
there's
was
probably
unscripted,
four. I'd say there's probably 4 scenes in this movie that are probably the most impactful. I would say it's the, it's a scene where he's basically trauma dumping on his girlfriend because she asked him about his brothers or something.
And
or
how
wanted,
about them apples?
yeah, that's good.
I got a number.
Well, I'm thinking then there's the scene on the bench where he's like, "You're just a kid who doesn't know anything.
Yep.
Like you can't hurt me." It's
You
like,
don't
and
know
then-
shit.
and then there's the wife fart scene, which is hilarious.
We got Ben Affleck giving him the rundown when they're getting out of the car at like the construction site.
Yeah.
Whatever. He's
Working
like,
demo crew.
he's like,
Yeah.
I'll kill you if you stay here.
I'll just
Some-
fucking kill you.
So you're locked. Okay.
Good Will Hunting.
Cody, where are you at?
Fresh.
Fresh. I mean,
It's so freaking good.
Let me
It's
make-
another
It is-
clip where I'll just.
It
bring
is
up-
arguably the most emotional scene in television.
yeah. I mean, so okay.
Like, I'm not downing on that choice at all. I just really love the acting that went on with Good Will Hunting.
I think
The emotional let
Well,
off.
Phil,
I'm not
Phil
saying
being that
Good Will
support.
Hunting wasn't a great scene. I just can't go away from Fresh. It's just too
And
real.
I'm 100% on board with that as well. I just
the fact
Good
that
Will Hunting is just, it's peak acting for me.
I agree, and honestly, my love for Robin Williams would have carried my bias so hard through almost any of his clips. It almost wouldn't matter.
Because he is the scene in any scene he's in.
Yeah, he's very charismatic.
I always like when you see like his interviews and he literally just takes over and it's like,
He's him.
and all of a sudden it's like, can I? The interviewer's like, can I ask a question now?
Right.
Oh, we're goofing around, we're having a good
Not
time.
gonna
We're
get a
talking
word in
for
here?
30 minutes and I haven't even asked a question.
All right, I got to throw my vote into Goodwill, or I'm sorry, I got to throw my vote in behind Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
I have never felt better about a loss.
I appreciate you taking it like a man.
We are moving on to round 2. And I don't know, we could probably run through these without having to rewatch the clips again,
Yeah,
just to speed things up a little.
Yeah.
Okay, so where are we at with? Okay, so the next round is going to be How I Met Your Mother. That's Marshall's dad dying against The Pursuit of Happiness with the bathroom scene,
These
and
are so similar.
same metrics and same metrics. No change in anything. Just it's the same scene. Okay, here's my take. Marshall and Lily's performance was fantastic. They outkicked their coverage so hard. I was very impressed from an acting perspective. I thought they just did so well, and I thought they really portrayed their. She's hurting because first off she loves Marvin, but also she's trying really hard to like console Marshall, and she's heartbreaking because she's seeing him heartbroken. But he just does so well in that scene. I can't imagine a different way to break that down.
I think with the emotional weight being very, very similar with the two scenes, the acting throws it over the edge for me, and I'm going to go How I Met Your Mother. The acting talent.
I gotta say, the How I Met Your Mother scene is more relatable to everybody because pretty much everyone is going to have their dad or mom die at some point.
Or themselves. Or themselves.
Sorry.
Ooh, maybe I'm already dead.
They never told me that.
But versus
Seventh
His
sense.
grandparents that
the
died.
pursuit of happiness, yes, it is a thing that could happen, but a lot of people don't have that thing.
It's
that
fair.
They're going to
Yeah,
go
that's-
to. So
And that's not a situation that a
me,
lot of people are in. It's just
Well, we
it's
don't have
gonna
subways around
definitely
here.
Tug more at the heartstrings
So you're saying how?
because of the situation.
So you're voting How I Met Your Mother?
Yes,
All
I'm
right.
going to vote How I Met Your Mother.
TheCody?
I'm going Pursuit. It's
This-
just too damn good. I don't have kids, and that gets me like really.
You don't need to. It's
it's not.
It's not predicated on the fact
no.
that you're.
It just hit me. It hit me
It'll hit you
especially
more.
hard because
okay.
through no fault of your own, you can be there.
I think this is the thing. I was going off and saying that I was really impressed by Marshall and Lily's performances, but my mind goes to Will Smith doesn't need any dialogue in this scene to break everyone's heart.
Yep.
Everyone who watched this scene's heart was broken. He didn't need a fucking word.
Yep.
And people were like, if there's no dialogue in it, and you still won't watch the movie because of how sad that scene makes you.
Skip it.
You like it's not. He's the thing. He's the thing you're reacting to. It's his
He's the dude.
breakdown.
He's the dude.
Playing the
El-
dude inside of another dude's
El
toilet.
Duderino, if you're not into that whole brevity thing.
Guys, we have another coin flip on our hands. I did not. This is getting hard. I don't feel good to, like leaning into the coin flip, but how
There's one on the bracket that I'm really gonna freaking hate.
Pursuit of Happiness is my vote, and that leads us to a coin flip. Guys, audience, smash the like for a vote or for a coin flip. Blanks, call it.
Let's go heads because I really don't want. Tails never fails, but I don't feel good.
Heads always shreds. All right, flip that coin. All right, Place is calling it right. Pursuit of Happiness gets shut out by How I Met Your Mother. That feels
That's
wrong.
That's not shutout. That's double OT loss on a free throw.
As we ran out of time, so we literally just flipped a coin to see who won the game.
Oh, that's basically it. I don't like it.
all right. We are
We're
back.
not gonna like a lot of these.
This is gonna be one of these is gonna win, and
Brothers. I'm already saying it.
Okay,
Brothers.
so we got let's let the audience know we're comparing How I Met Your
Sorry.
We are comparing. No, you're fine. You're fine.
Oh, we're
So
gonna go.
this matchup is going to be Spider-Man No Way Home against Brothers. All right, and who's got so
Brothers.
you both are casting your votes instantly. No discussion.
No,
Quiz.
it's way more hard hitting.
It is. While I think
Never watched the movie Brothers, but based off of the scene you showed me, even though I can't hear the audio on the scene.
you can, but that's a bonus point because you don't have to hear the audio to see.
I
what's going
know.
on.
That's
It
why I'm
starts in the
casting my vote
kitchen
for
where he's
Brothers as
slowly
well.
losing
As
it.
much as
Yeah.
it pains me to vote against Spider-Man for anything because I love Spider-Man.
Oh, I love that movie. Frankly, I like Spider-Man No Way Home better than Brothers. I just think that scene is a much more. It's a much.
There's a lot of scenes in No Way Home.
The reason that Spider-Man No Way Home made it out of the first round in effect was the talent of the acting,
Yeah.
and it loses that point to Brothers.
Tobey Maguire, Jake Gyllenhaal, and Natalie Portman. Yeah, you just can't win.
Well,
that.
No Way Home,
I
you
am
got
going to
like
justify my vote for Brothers by saying Tobey Maguire is Spider-Man.
he's
So I'm
technically
still voting for
Spider-Man.
I'm still voting
a
for
Spider-Man.
All
I'm
right.
voting
But
for
in-
2003.
In No Way Home, you got multiple
Voting for the
scenes that are
OG.
really good like that. Like Aunt May dying, Tom Holland's great in that. The rooftop scene with the all the Spider-Man are introduced to each other. Great.
I was going to say, actually,
They
yeah,
bring
Tobey
him.
Maguire is basically in that scene as well because he disappears shortly after this.
Yeah, the scene
this
he's
part.
he's technically in the
And
same.
then when he
scene.
goes to kill the Green Goblin, another good one.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah.
We're staying on round 2. We're moving on to 7 and What's in the Box versus The Dark Knight.
This is the one.
The
that-
interrogation.
I'm gonna go Dark Knight.
You just
Dark
okay.
Knight. Not saying we don't like the other one.
No.
but Dark Knight.
This game gets progressively worse.
This,
I feel like I'm arguing against myself.
I hate this
I'm not
now.
having fun anymore,
I'm not
guys.
having fun. This
hurts me.
should have stopped
Make
after
a
the first round.
great point.
I'm gonna say 7. Here's why. Brad Pitt's heartbreak. For me, it hits harder than Heath Ledger's immaculate performance of the Joker.
And I'm just basing it off pure talent.
I mean, then you can't make a ruling off pure talent on either. Brad Pitt's like alive, so obviously he wins the talent competition. We'll never know.
Whoa,
Built
I'm
different.
just built different.
One's still going in the game of life. So.
Yeah. So is he really talented? No. Okay, Heath Ledger is amazing. We don't have to like keep caveating that.
They're both
We all
really
know.
iconic scenes too that people will quote.
Both of them still get referenced today.
I think What's in the Box hits harder than the interrogation scene.
I think if you're going off of talent of the scene, I think Heath Ledger takes it because it is much easier to depict incredible rage and sorrow than it is to depict subtle evil, in my opinion.
totally
Chaos
agree with that.
brewing under the surface.
Yes. To make me feel I feel
100%.
empathy with Brad Pitt, but it's easy to act that.
Okay.
Not easy, but it's less hard to act that than it is to make me feel
You can't recreate the Joker, but you could recreate this heartbreak.
correct.
Fair enough. I made that point earlier, so it's a good point. All right, Cody,
So
where are you
the
at?
only points I make are good points that you've already made.
You made that point earlier. I'm. It's the same point. Well, I asked the question.
Does this dress make me look fat?
I asked the question, but I mean, I asked the question, I guess, earlier. So yeah, I guess I'm right.
No, it's not the dress that makes you look fat.
Quiz, where are you at?
I am hitting Hardy's after this.
He said Dark
absolutely.
Knight.
100% agree with Jack on the evil that is the Joker is depicted so well, and no one else can do it the way Heath Ledger did it.
No one has.
I don't.
There's a lot of timeline left ahead of us.
Well, not
Maybe.
for some of us,
Maybe.
not.
If you give a
but
million monkeys a typewriter,
that's all
it'll type Shakespeare.
hypotheticals.
Like Shakespeare.
We've seen
Or hate
there's
tweets on
other
Superman. That's a
movies and
reference.
stuff where you see the heartbreak and stuff like that. And honestly, to think of like that situation, it's like everyone would react different. So really, the broad scheme of how he could have acted in the movie Seven, there's so many options for him to have gone with versus how Heath had to play the Joker in that scene. There was only one way to really do it right, and he
Yeah.
did it.
All right,
I agree with that.
Cody.
I gotta go 7. I'm going 7.
Jesus, yeah, me.
It's a really hard one. It's like even like
Don't tell me we're flipping the coin.
with
Flipping the coin.
with
We're taking it back to the coin.
with the Joker and Commissioner Gordon. That's
Joker
also great.
loses-
And then it goes.
That
into
was
Batman.
unscripted.
The whole
Wait, what?
good evening, Commissioner.
No, when he started clapping at his promotion,
Oh.
Heath was just
No, I'm talking about because this scene that we're talking about starts
Oh,
out
yeah,
with
yeah,
him.
yeah.
going-
Yeah, I want to ask a qualifier. Are you both comparing Heath Ledger's total performance versus Brad Pitt's?
Nope,
and
just that scene.
you're just saying okay. So I,
Just that scene.
it was sounding very general, and I was
And
trying
the
to
main
make
thing-
sure.
The main thing about the Brad Pitt scene that really pushes me more towards the Joker is the fact that everyone would
You could
react differently to the situation, and it's really such a broad spectrum of how it could
All right.
have been
Here,
portrayed.
and here's the thing: in 7, you could swap Morgan Freeman and Brad Pitt and get the exact same scene.
Yeah,
Interesting.
but we got the scene that we got.
True, but you can't swap Christian Bale and Heath Ledger and get that scene.
Yeah, could you swap anyone with Heath Ledger and get that scene?
I don't know. They haven't done it.
That's
could
still
you
just
think
the
of?
strongest point. That's still one of the strongest ways of rooting out this question.
It was the same reason that Tropic Thunder got as many points as it did, is
Mhm.
because who else but RDJ could do that?
Right.
Daniel Day-Lewis, maybe.
Ah, God damn it. I don't.
Could you imagine Daniel?
You know what?
don't
Put the
want to
coin flip
imagine
away.
that.
We put the coin flip away. We're putting it away.
Tails.
I'm switching my vote.
Son of a bitch.
Okay.
Dark Knight. Dark Knight.
I'm staying on it.
He's just right. It's just correct.
Jack, we are
See,
really
this is
good
the
at
this is the
arguing.
time where you is like
We're both married.
this is the only time.
We have so much experience.
Right.
This is the only time where
The
I
married
base.
people versus the single people.
Hold up.
This is the only time I'll base any decision I make off of feeling alone.
I didn't even know you had those. All
I
right.
didn't know we had those either.
Logically, yes, you guys are right.
All right, guys.
I
We're
thought the only
the way I
feeling you had
feel.
was I feel drunk right now.
All right, guys. We're coming to the tail end of this. Let's keep going. We have Inglorious Bastards versus Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Fresh Prince.
Fresh Prince.
Prince.
I don't
Not even a question.
Inglorious.
No
We'll-
way.
we'll take
You're just saying that to say that.
Yeah, contrary.
Every point I made for Inglorious Bastards is more accurate with Fresh Prince.
Oh, absolutely.
No. Well, I mean, okay. It's also more accurate with Inglorious Bastards because literally the movie would not have happened if not for that
Christoph
specific
Waltz,
actor.
yeah.
So I'm not
So you
changing
can't
my
replace
vote.
Christoph Waltz in that. We're just gonna do that. We're gonna
I want to
replay the
see
argument from
Christoph
last
Waltz in Bel Air.
I think this is a tie. I think that point it's tied because
Yep.
neither could
No,
be done.
you are correct.
However, if you,
You are
take out the languages alone and just go by the acting,
But you can't.
maybe. Well,
No, I mean like as a metric of like whether it could or couldn't happen.
Yes.
So Quentin Tarantino, he literally canned the movie and then found him. So the movie was dead and then he found him. So I mean it wasn't going to happen without those.
And you can't
the
take away
main
stuff
reason-
from the scenes or whatever, or behind the scenes, because it'd be like, well, take away Will Smith's upbringing from
Fair-
that
I mean,
scene.
yeah,
True.
but that's you.
But you make a valid point. That movie doesn't happen without that scene.
I like to think though.
Does that mean that it's automatically the winner? Because
No,
the
but it
whole
does.
movie depended on it.
But it does lend weight. I'm not saying it's a deciding factor.
In my mind, it doesn't change that I think that Will Smith's performance still outperformed the Inglourious Basterds performance.
I don't know, man. I do want to see
Once again,
Christoph
we have
Waltz say-
heart wrenching versus skin crawl.
Yeah, this is really apples and oranges scene.
It
or
really
scene
is.
comparison.
It's hard to compare the two because they're so very, very different.
Man, you guys suck. I was so confident.
That you'd be able to get through this.
Bel Air.
Bel Air. I'm still 100% Bel Air.
I'm still on Bel Air.
But now I'm.
Come on, come to the dark side.
No,
Cody, do you
Revel
have
in it.
do you have any more to add on to that?
No, Fresh Prince.
Not really.
I'm gonna go Fresh Prince.
Okay, I think three.
We're not friends anymore.
We were friends.
Losing friends in Tournament of Scenes. All right, Fresh Prince takes that round.
Sorry. Fresh Prince is more important to me. Sorry.
All right, what do you
Sitcom from the 90s. is more
We
important
grew
than
up
the
with
first-
Fresh.
I never even watched
We
that
grew
show.
up. Wait,
sports guys? What do we call the last four? The final four? Like is that
Final Four.
Final four? All right, we're on to the final four. We have How I Met Your Mother with Marshall's dad dying scene. We have Brothers at the end with the freak out. We have The Dark Knight interrogation. We have Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Will's dad dying. I did not see How I Met Your Mother, Marshall's dad dying, making it to the final four at all.
I'm still picking Brothers over How I Met Your Mother.
Brothers.
I think that's a hard W on that one. Yeah,
Honestly,
They did get kind of
my two favorites. My top two are going against each other before we even started this. On the other side, the Fresh
Yeah.
Prince and Dark Knight. Those
and I
were my
will
top two
say How
coming
I
in.
Met Your Mother had a favorable side of the bracket.
I think that's fair.
Yeah,
All right,
I
but
still had that up there though.
Brothers. Okay, so Brothers for Planks, Brothers for Cody, Brothers for me, Jake.
I mean, I
Peer pressure.
prefer.
It doesn't matter, but pick one.
Scene to scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right.
I never saw Brothers, so I can't really be objective on that. But
He abstains.
yeah, I'm just gonna abstain.
All right, this one's gonna be rough. Okay, so we have the Dark Knight interrogation versus Will's dad abandoning him scene. I don't even know where to
Dark
start.
Knight.
This
Just in
is a
spite.
I'm honestly
Took
gonna
out
say,
Inglourious Basterds.
for me, this is the championship because either
it
one
is.
of these is
Truly,
beating Brothers.
I would pick both of these against Brothers.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm still going The Dark Knight. It is too iconic for me to vote against. I'm not saying that Fresh Prince is not iconic because it is a bookmark. Like
It is a bookmark
it is a scene from a show that was incredibly popular that still gets referenced in every top 10 list on the internet today. I'm still picking Dark Knight. It's just too good to me.
Fair enough.
It meant too much to me as a child.
Quiz, where are you at?
Oh man, I love both of these so much.
Pick a favorite child. You had to kill the other one.
Honestly, you could have picked that scene too. That
Like-
hurt to watch.
Which
as a
one?
dad. Where she had to pick one of her kids. I don't remember. Glenn Close.
Oh yeah.
Wait, which movie are we talking about here?
Take the boy,
Commissioner
take the boy.
Gordon's kids and wife.
Oh,
Was
Yeah.
that scene?
No,
Oh,
The scene with, is it Glenn Close? I can't remember her name. Just keep going. I'll find it.
but okay. So Jake, you were struggling with this one.
I mean, the actor to actor, heart to heart that happens in Fresh Prince, that is 100% just one actor consoling another, is unreal. But then you also have the Heath Ledger, where it's like no one else can play that subtlety of crazy the way he did.
You were talking about us referencing his act as a whole through that movie.
Yeah.
This is the scene that makes it. This is the scene that holds up. This is Heath Ledger's Joker.
Right.
The rest of the movie could not be there, and it could just be this scene. This is Heath Ledger's Joker in an epitome.
Okay, let me ask you this. If you had no context whatsoever, nothing about you don't know the Joker exists as a character. Your mind is completely brainwiped. You don't know that you haven't seen any of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air ever.
This scene still tells you everything you need to know.
Let me get through it. Like, if you found 2 random clips on the internet and it's no context whatsoever, and you find this one, you have no knowledge of Heath Ledger's performances whatsoever. You don't know what the rest of the movie is. You don't know anything about Batman or Joker. You just see this scene on the internet. And then you see Will Smith's scene on the internet. Will Smith's scene is more complete.
You can't take all the context out of a thing. Otherwise, if you go back far enough, Hitler's just a shitty Austrian painter.
I'm just trying to dilute it down to its
Forget
simplest.
about all the other stuff later.
Forget about all the other stuff.
Look at the art.
Going back to the way Jimmy
I'm just
wants
saying you
us
can't
to
remove
see
all the
it.
context.
I'm just trying to dilute it down to its simplest
you can't
form.
take your own bias out of it.
The way that Jimmy's trying to make us see it here. No, I'm just kidding. If you take it down to just the simplest form, this clip versus that clip, and take out the heart-wrenchingness of it was actually Will Smith's like actual feelings, and Uncle Phil was really trying to console, like actor to actor, console him through all that, versus the Dark Knight straight up acting of Heath Ledger. I have to say Heath Ledger is going to take that one versus the Will Smith.
If you take all the context out of Seven, it's just an unhinged guy with a gun yelling at a UPS delivery driver.
Well, I understand what you're saying. I'm not disagreeing with you.
Thing I ordered.
What's in the box? That's me. That's me every time my wife orders something on Amazon.
That's Grubhub.
Drunk shopping on Amazon. You don't know what you're getting.
What's in the box?
What I spend?
I mean, I live in a twin home. We get the
1911.
wrong package delivered to us all the time.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
So let's see what we can. Maybe we get some quick votes out of the way. So you're locked in at Dark Knight, Planks?
Yes.
Okay, Cody, do you have a quick lock on this?
Dark Knight.
Oh, you're locked on Dark Knight.
Dark Knight, yeah.
Quiz, do you have a?
You vote first. I don't want to go first.
I think Will Smith did it right. I don't think there's anything else he could. I don't think that scene. I don't think that. If we're talking about 2 perfect performances, I don't think anything else can be added to Will Smith's performance. I don't even know if I believe that there's anything that can be added to Heath Ledger's performance, but I do think that the scene benefits Fresh Prince of Bel-Air in this choice. It's a more complete, isolated scene from everything else, and the context that you need in order to make the Heath Ledger performance better, with it being the Joker, it being Batman, it being like that. There's so much context required for this to win. And I think we're allowing that context in. I don't think it's a bad thing, but I think if you look at it in the inverted way and you pull some of that context back and just say, is this phenomenal acting on its own, or is it phenomenal performance of this specific role we all have an expectation for?
I think they both stand alone.
They both.
Your argument is null and void. Pick one.
I'd choose Fresh Prince.
I'd make the same argument against Fresh Prince that I did against Seven, where it's easier to display that level of that emotion than it is for this amount of subtlety.
I don't know that I agree that that's true.
True heartbreak is very hard, but it's easier than it is to produce subtle evil.
Well, I don't even know if I believe that. Like John Doe from Seven specifically is portraying that subtle evil. Maybe not as good as Heath Ledger, but you can get close.
It is overshadowed by
everything else.
Brad Pitt.
So right now we have Dark Knight, Fresh Prince.
Fresh Prince. Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna go Fresh Prince, and let's let the coin decide because I can't.
You absolute coward. You absolute coward.
Do you actually?
I cannot pick between these two. I love them so much equally.
Your lack of
I just
your
can't
lack of
do
decision is a decision in and of itself.
Well, hold on. So,
Let the coin decide.
Well, hold
what
on.
I'm saying.
Let me take-
because that's how I feel.
You're punting on 3rd and 4.
okay, hold on. If you don't, you can.
I'm ahead by 30. It's fine.
Behind on 30.
Quiz,
You
you
did play
you
football
can
at kindergarten.
abstain. You can you can abstain. That would you can choose to.
Nope.
Then I win.
Well, you would.
Because that would basically be choosing them. That would be making a choice.
Listen, we're not going to get we're not
right.
going to talk Jake out of his shell. So let's just flip the coin.
All right, to the coin flip.
I just hope this stays with you,
Guys,
Jake.
we're having a good time here, but just a reminder, we want to hear your guys' take on this too in the chat. So make sure to hit the comments and let us know where if you guys think we were wrong on any of these choices as we're making our way through this
I
list.
completely forgot we were live. I'm way too into this game.
People without context seeing the bracket and seeing Brothers and then maybe Fresh Prince is there is gonna be like, what the fuck are these guys even
What are
doing?
we doing? Yeah.
All right, Cody.
Tails. Oh,
Cody, you
sorry.
call it.
Tails.
Tails always fails. Jeez. All right.
Nailed it.
All right.
Dark Knight.
We can be friends again.
You guys are on the same.
Totally redeemed yourself.
Pick the right coin or whatnot.
That's another one. I still don't feel good about it, but I
feel
think it's
better.
the correct choice.
And do we even have to argue the championship here?
No, not really.
I don't think we have to. The Dark Knight wins out on the Tournament of Scenes. I mean, I have some things to say about Brother where I think it would be a competition, but I think there's no denying that Heath Ledger's
Yeah.
performance just wins.
Keep in mind, like, this is not. They're close,
They're good.
but it is definitive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Dark Knight takes
This stopped being fun after the first round.
Did it? I loved it. I hope the audience had a good time. That's what I care about. I don't care about you.
See if it was like
Batman.
if it was like movie versus movie, top two would end up being like Tropic Thunder and then The Dark Knight or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I agree.
And Fresh Prince wouldn't even be in there.
I agree
Against
with
one of us,
that.
Because
Yeah, I don't
it's a TV
think so.
show, but
It's a TV show. How I Met Your Mother was like the weird dark horse of this bracket,
All right. I got
which I did not see coming.
No, not really. That would have been an out on one.
I still don't feel good about the whole How I Met Your Mother versus Pursuit of Happiness, and I voted against it.
Wait, you voted How I Met Your Mother?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's objectively accurate. I just hate it.
All right. Let's jump.
The weird
All right.
part is I like Pedro Pascal as an actor,
Yeah.
but he's in everything, and I'm just kind of getting washed.
It gets old.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're going to move into our next story. Pedro Pascal pushes gender activism at Marvel Fantastic Four premiere in Berlin. Guys, what is your take on that story? Gender affirming biology and shit.
See, I've
What?
read the article. Once you hear what he's actually said, you're like, oh my god, this guy.
It's
Gender-
so stupid. What an
so you're
idiot.
saying gender
Activism.
activism. That means he's saying whatever you want to be, you can be, or
Yes,
Okay.
he's got a
Just
trans.
clarifying that we're on the same
transgender
page here,
Sibling. I
based
don't
off the
remember
wording
if
here.
it was boy to girl, girl to boy, or whatever.
My whole thing on this is if you're over 18, I don't care what parts you chop off.
I don't either.
I just don't like the kid stuff. Let them be children.
You don't have to shove the part you chopped off in my face.
Yeah.
I don't like that there's fucking litter boxes in high schools now because some kids want to
Oh,
call
yeah,
themselves
that's a thing.
furries.
I don't know if I'm fond of that in
Like,
college
you gotta
either.
Be kidding.
That feels
Not fun.
In college, you got your own dorm. You do what you like.
well, but
like,
You keep your litter box in your dorm, damn it.
but like, when are we gonna like?
don't ask, don't tell.
We used to teach people like this is this, and it was a straight up fact of
It still
you were
is.
born with a dick. You are a male. You were born with a vagina. You are a female. That you are born
Well, it's
human.
still a
You are not a
biological
freaking
fact.
cat.
welcome
You
to the
know?
Third Party Obvious podcast.
Yes, so it's still a biological fact. They dig up your bones 300 years from now. They can tell exactly what you are.
Yeah.
It's like, oh no, this guy was actually a gender queer two-spirited.
They didn't
person.
even have to X-ray that guy in Pompeii who
It's
got
like
caught.
whatever.
Was it a lady under there?
Pompeii was
So what do you
actually
guys
crazy?
Well, what do you guys think about
Mid-jork.
what do you guys think about this in Hollywood specifically? Like Pedro Pascal is going to be the main guy Hollywood pulls from their pool consistently. It's getting old, not just seeing him in movies, but seeing him just be an activist throughout. Even if I agreed with it, like Mel Gibson had been like his Christian part, or like his practicing Christian played a role in an activist way throughout his time in Hollywood to a degree. And even that I find that old in a lot of ways in Hollywood. Like
It's pushing your Christian activism is less societally harmful than pushing gender activism, in my opinion.
what if I want kids to die? Huh? Then who's harmed?
What if I want kids to be chemically castrated?
Yeah,
no.
you're harming me.
Yeah, you do what you need to.
They're already doing that through McDonald's.
It's the microplastics in the water.
That's actually one of the better impressions I've heard. No, just saying. Just throwing that out there into the ethos.
But I don't know. Truthfully, I don't care.
Well, it's like, dude, you're pushing a movie right now. Leave your
Here's the
politics
thing.
at the door and
I
just
agree.
talk about the movie.
In the time before the internet, before everybody knew everything about everything, all of a sudden, actors held a lot of social weight. And I don't think that's quite the same in
No,
2025. I don't think I think they have used up their goodwill to a point where I don't know if that many people really give two shits what Pedro Pascal has to say.
I have a
Well, they kind of learned that.
That is the best point I've heard.
They learned that in the last election, though, when all the celebrities were making videos and stuff
Yeah.
about who to vote for, and then the country went the opposite way.
I
I
don't.
totally
Yeah, I was gonna
could
say
not
like
care
it
less.
doesn't. No one gives a crap anymore because everyone has every ounce of information just getting flooded with them from both sides, and
all of the time.
I don't
all
think
the time.
it's necessarily that celebrities have lost their social capital. I think that it's moved from movies, television to podcasts, and I think it's weird to say that.
I would agree to a point on that. But even then, I don't think that many podcasters have a huge amount of it.
Well, they don't wield
They
it.
have a disproportionate amount of influence to their audience.
But they don't wield it, which is why they maintain their authenticity, which is why their audience trusts them. They don't wield their opinion against their audience in order to obtain a goal.
Right.
So I think that's part
Especially
of it.
when it's not off platform like this is.
Yeah.
Pedro Pascal's an actor. He has no real business commenting on that
yeah, it's not like he's
versus a
in
political podcaster
role
who
that
would
had-
have
Yeah.
some.
like it's not like he is in a role of like a trans or something, whatever type of role that warrants like this type of
Conversation.
conversation.
Like, he's not playing a
No,
character
it's
in the movie. He's
completely out of right field,
Right.
and he's just throwing it out there as this is my opinion, and it's like, okay, but you're an actor. We want to talk about what you're doing
in the
your
movie.
movies,
And I
not-
don't- well,
not
it's
your opinions on stuff.
On that point, I don't really blame Pedro Pascal a lot of this because it's a very safe opinion to have in Hollywood, and he wants to keep making money. I can appreciate that part.
It's like water is wet.
I actually blame the reporter in Berlin who asked him this dumbass question.
I mean, yes.
There are reporters that are just like trying to get sound bites. There's this
they
guy.
tried to do the same thing to Bill Burr.
Well, yeah, they go. There's this one guy that
they
goes
want
to
to
like
do the
every
hatchet
event,
job and
and
get
then
their stuff.
and then there's this guy that goes to every event, like premiere, and asks the actors, like, "This is the gayest Marvel movie of all time, or is this the gayest Star Wars movie of all time?" He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's just trying to get a sound bite, get clicks on his.
Yeah, I mean, the vast majority of journalists are leeches.
Yeah.
What did you want to say, Jake? You were trying to jump in. I just wanted to
I
finish
just
the
had
point.
like that quick thing that I already said, so I'm good.
All right. So let's actually hear what Pedro had to say. We'll just read up on the article a little bit here, and then we'll play his.
Yeah, you can. His quote is, the video.
It's important to, protect people
Can they hear this or-
and human beings,
Okay.
especially those that
Those who
are
can read it if not.
simply asking for the right to exist in the bodies that belong to them and in the world that they never asked
can watch
to be
him.
brought into. And it's a very, very small, vulnerable, inspiring.
He read this
courageous,
off of a
brave
card.
community
They
that
gave
fills
this to
me with
him
a lot
as
of-
a
a lot
stance.
of,
You could watch where he's struggling to, not
inspiration.
struggling, but
And so
starting to
therefore,
remember
I
what
think
he's
that,
supposed to say. And then
it's
he
very
puts his acting into it.
Yeah, I mean,
You can watch where he kind of stutters through and he goes, what did that say next? Okay, and then this is the facial expression I'm supposed to have. This is a provided point for him.
You think so?
Well,
I honestly think so.
Well, he definitely believes in the point of stuff he said in the past, but that scarf thing that he's wearing alone is like, yeah, no, you do believe in that.
Yeah.
I can appreciate that he believes this to an extent. I just think this is a
that
prepared
scarf,
statement.
Or is that the
It probably
whole
is.
style of his shirt?
I think it's the whole shirt.
I think it's the whole shirt.
It's a prompt.
It's Berlin. They're a little limp-wristed there anyway.
A little bit. Just a itty bit. All right.
We designed a javelin to coordinate with Lamar's limp-wristed throwing style.
Sorry, guys. All right.
This guy knows it too. I'm starting to like Marvin quite a bit.
All right. So the
although broadly framed, because that's a corporate statement.
You want to? You should read this one off. That would help me out if you.
The statement, although framed broadly, clearly references individuals who identify as a different gender than their biological sex, a cause Pascal has championed consistently since 2021, when his brother Lucas publicly transitioned to female and now goes by the name Lux Pascal. It's a very, very small, vulnerable, inspiring, courageous, and brave community that fills me with a lot of inspiration, he said. Therefore, it's very important to protect that. They would do that for us.
Yeah.
That is I truly believe that he believes that. I also truly believe that is a prepared statement from his agent.
Right.
Because with his brother transferring, they knew that question was coming up eventually.
Right.
Yeah. While Pascal is certainly entitled to his views and enjoys the freedom to express them, his decision to make politically charged statements at the premiere of a film like Fantastic Four, a tentpole Marvel release for general audiences, is bound to raise controversy. Not only does it blur the line between entertainment and activism, but it also potentially links Disney's multi-million-dollar franchise to one side of an ongoing cultural debate. I agree with that wholeheartedly.
This is
you have 50% of the country that does not believe this. You have 50% that does.
Yeah.
Why would you chop half of your potential income?
Why doesn't anyone
Why
go
don't you chop off
by-
one of your tits?
Why doesn't anyone go by Michael Jordan from back in the day, where he's asked about selling sneakers, and he's like, Republicans buy sneakers too.
I have an idea
Dolly
for that.
Parton said the same thing.
I know why.
He's like, why would I do that?
I know.
Why would I cut off
Everyone
half
buys
of my...
sneakers.
The context of when that happened, like, it's being a multi-millionaire back then was probably a lot harder, I would expect, in Hollywood than being a multi-millionaire right now. The idea that you could alienate half of your customer base was probably such a foreign concept. But now it's like you believe that your audience is your half of the country, and you only believe you can actually market to that half of the country because the other half is so alien to you.
Part of that is the generational thing. Millennials provide, apparently, according to some of the studies that I've read about, I've never seen the information, but they put a lot more emphasis on activism and ideology when they're taking jobs.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't pretend like I would never go work at like an abortion clinic. I would never go do that.
Right.
But I mean, that doesn't mean if they paid me well enough, I wouldn't like show up to orientation and just see what's going on.
I wouldn't try to screw up a vagina like that.
Yeah. Just, oh man.
I'm just the garbage man, trying to get some stem cells to sell on the black market.
Right. Well, it's just like, but ideology means a lot more to the now heads of companies. So I'm assuming alienating half of your potential consumer base is not as big of a hit the brakes as it was back in the 90s and early 2000s.
It's also living in the Hollywood bubble where you're around people all the time that think the same way you do.
Right.
So,
and I'm not saying
a majority of the country agrees with you.
And I'm not saying in 95% red
California.
North Dakota, it's not the same thing,
Right.
but it's close.
Blanks, do you want to hit one more?
Pedro Pascal's visibility and influence in Hollywood have only grown in recent years, thanks in part to his starring roles in The Mandalorian, The Last of Us, and now his involvement in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
I could see that going on, that list going on for like another minute.
Oh yeah, he's in a lot of things.
He's in too many things. I think that's just I think overusing actors is, I don't know.
They say he gets so many roles is because he's not white, but white passing.
White passing, yeah.
I don't know, because he is a very talented actor.
He's a good actor.
He's a great actor. And I'm going to watch him for the acting. I'm not going to watch him because of his ideas on whatever.
They gave him more scenes in Game of Thrones because he was so good as the Viper.
Right. They allowed him to take his helmet off in The Mandalorian because, number one, he complained about it. But number two, he's a great actor.
Well, now he's just a voice actor in The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
The article goes on basically to just continue to ask the question about what will these statements impact to Disney be. So
It'll be the same as it's always been. The movie's gonna flop. I shouldn't say it's gonna flop. It's not gonna make as much money as they want because they've alienated part of the consumer base.
Well, I'm curious if this movie does
Is
well.
that really going to be the statement's fault, or is that going to be the fact that they've done a couple of different versions of Fantastic Four that have all flopped?
I think
and
it's
that
the
everyone's
accumulation.
just expecting it to flop because it's the Fantastic Four and they've all flopped.
I
think it's the accumulation of all the statements that have come before this movie.
Yep.
Because Pedro said multiple things, and then they've also come out and said that the Fantastic Four is about gender politics and blah blah blah, and that it's going to be a strong female lead kind of movie. It's Sue Storm's taking the lead, and then they got the female Silver Surfer.
I would say that this month, going into August, is going to make or break the Hollywood movie industry when it comes to superhero films. Now, in addition to the Pedro Pascal comments related to Fantastic Four, we also have the immigration and the refugee comments made in the beginning of Superman. If both of these movies perform, both of these movies underperform, if either of those things happen, it'll be a major statement. If either one does well but the other doesn't, I think that's the only scenario where we can't walk away from this with any kind of conclusive idea of how Hollywood and how the world is reacting to these messages before movies. Because it keeps happening. They keep making messages before movies. This is probably the most transparent, this is probably the most clear evidence this is probably the most clear evidence we will have for a long time about whether or not two start-off franchise movies can take these political statements in advance and what that impact will look like during the runtime. If the movies are good, I don't know if maybe these statements will still have a big impact. If these movies are bad, maybe the statement is irrelevant. But
well, it also depends. Like with the immigration stuff before Superman, it had nothing to do with in the movie whatsoever. It just wasn't in the movie.
Exactly.
But it depends on whether these statements that they've been saying about Fantastic Four end up in the movie or not.
Mm-hmm. I mean, let's say they make these statements, but neither of them are applied to the film. Now I want to know what the hell that was about, why they would do... if it makes a big impact on the movie's numbers, is basically... what the impact of these statements in advance of the films is what I'd like to walk away knowing after these two are done with their runtimes.
The thing about the movie's numbers is there's so many outside factors of what other movies are coming out and is there other things going on? What's happening in the world as these movies are coming out, that it's really hard to just judge based off of, oh, these are their sales for the first 2 weeks or whatever, or a month.
Well, the thing that
and just judge it based off of this movie and that movie. It's
the thing that helps us sift through all of that, Jake, though, is the 80 years of movie precedent and silver screen. We understand how to run numbers now because we've had 80 years of film. We've known how we know how market crashes. We know how pandemics now. We know how these affect numbers. I mean, you're talking. It would have to be a 0-day incident in order for the idea to be
catastrophic and immediate. Yeah,
it would have to be something we've never experienced before in the movie industry, or that would impact the movie industry for us to not to have some idea of how that's impacting numbers.
So if I had to throw out a hazard guess, I think Superman makes its money back. I think Fantastic Four does not.
I mean,
That's kind of where I'm at too.
I agree.
Because everyone's kind of sick of Marvel.
Everyone's sick of Marvel, especially sick of Fantastic Four. There are better Fantastic Fours. They've changed too much about Fantastic Four. I think Superman held on close enough to its original that it'll hold on. But I think the political statement that they made came out late enough that people who haven't seen it, they've already made a plan to go see it if they're going to see it.
I was
Also,
about out.
Superman is a character that is...
It commands a great...
He's black, yeah.
He's up...
We've heard. We're very fond of Black Superman, which
Well,
it's such a shame it got canceled.
but-
Such a shame we got canceled. Trying shame. Continue,
Superman's up here. Fantastic Four is way down at the bottom as far as character.
And that sucks
all
because it
that,
doesn't
but-
have to be. Fantastic
No.
Force, a pretty good group.
Fantastic, one might say.
Superman is just that household
Perhaps.
name that everyone thinks of when they're thinking of superheroes. Versus Fantastic Four is not the first thing that
That's
comes
true.
to people's
It's like
mind.
fourth.
Yeah.
Not,
We love 4. All
where'd
right.
you pull that number from, Jack?
All right, let's wrap up this story. So Pedro Pascal pushes gender activism at Marvel's Fantastic Four premiere in Berlin. Another article written at That Park Place from Marvin Montanaro. Thanks for the great article. Really appreciate you pulling those comments in. Makes it easy for to react to. So
We should
thank you
have
so
Marvin
much.
on the podcast.
Yeah, I'm sure
a lot of his articles.
Yeah.
I love his. We love his work. He covers the topics we want to be talking about and it makes it.
And they're cogent.
Well, yeah, he's really good. All right, so we have another game. We're going to be moving on to a new game. It's going to be trivia. We're going to be doing pop culture trivia. Some of these might be super easy. Some of these might be a little hard, but I will
lose.
Well, you and Planks are on
You
a
have
team.
Jack on your team.
You and Planks are going against Cody. Just Cody. I'm just going to be hosting and running things.
Jack, I hope you're good at this.
You with it? All right. Let's move on to let's move into the thing. Sorry, the game. All right, Pop.
Yeah, if we had the other guest on here too, it would have been all of you against me.
That's actually true. He's right. That's what was going to be the case.
I am that confident.
What? Xbox One.
Oh, hold
Oh,
on.
Is this really all the question is?
Oh, I can't even read.
Well, yeah, you might want to shift. You got enough slack though. You should be fine.
Yeah, I'm good.
Everyone good? All right. So, guys, Third Party Studios brings you the first ever Cody versus all pop culture trivia. If you guys know the answers, throw them in the comments. Make sure to let us know. If these were too easy, let us know that too. If they were way too hard, you're an idiot.
Are we just
gonna be like a
taking
first
turns
who bu-
answering first?
I was gonna say who's gonna be a buzz in first kind of thing. Otherwise, you can't put the question up.
Whoever says the answer correctly first will be the winner.
Halo Combat Evolved.
Well, shut up. Let me get. Can I start the fucking thing? Can I start the fucking thing proper?
I followed every rule.
You did. That's fair. Okay. All right, guys. I will keep score as we go, and I will be the one who will be deciding tiebreakers. So do your best. Let's hit it and go.
Halo Combat Evolved.
All right. Blanks takes an easy round 1 win. 1 point for the away team. All right, these are on a little bit of a timer, so I can't do anything about that.
I was just gonna say Halo, but then you said release title.
You're gonna
and I
do
was
like a
wait a
list.
minute.
A list or something instead of
All right. Which Rockstar game is set in a fictional version of Los Angeles and allows players to switch
San
between...
Andreas.
GTA San Andreas. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Are we doing it that way? What is Grand Theft Auto San Andreas?
Grand Theft Auto...
Five.
Grand Theft Auto 5.
We both got it wrong.
No points. No points assigned.
Oh, San Andreas is Las Vegas.
What Battle Royale game popularized the term
Fortnite.
Victory Royale? All right.
Maybe there's so many battle royales.
There are a bunch.
I'm glad Jack's on my team because I would lose.
Well, it's 1 point for the away team at this point. Fortnite. 2 points for the away team. Good job. All right. What do we got next? All right. Which 2015 open world RPG
Witcher 3 Wild Hunt.
Dang it.
Great freaking game.
Wait, 2015. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
it
been
should be. It should just be the original, right?
No.
No, it is.
Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Cody gets it. One for the home team.
That was 10 years ago already.
Yeah, this is the first game I got for
It's
the
1 to 2.
Oh, man.
Which game from FromSoft is set
Dark Souls
in a decaying world with
or Demon Souls,
unrelenting
which one was it
difficulty
referring to?
and bonfires checkpoints? You said Dark
Demon
Souls?
If he says
I'm
Dark
gonna say
Souls.
Demon Souls.
Shit, I just gave you that one.
Yeah, you did. I wouldn't have known that.
Hey,
Dark Souls.
Dark Souls popularized it.
2 to 1 or
Demon
2 to
Souls
2.
was
Sorry,
hard.
2 to 2. All right. In what game do players compete to be the last squad standing in King's Canyon?
Oh, I don't know.
don't
Team
actually know.
Fortress, maybe.
I don't know.
In what game-
Counter Strike? I don't know.
In what game do Apex Legends?
Oh shit.
I'm sorry, I'm not 12.
All right, so no points.
the
Still 2 to
Fortnite
2.
one.
Shut up.
I am not a gamer.
Shut up. What Nintendo 64 game let
Mario Kart.
players use bananas as weapons and drive hovercrafts?
The hovercrafts part threw me off.
Yeah, for me too. But that's the only thing I know where you use a banana as a
Mario
weapon.
Kart 64 to be exact.
And Diddy Kong Racing.
That was close.
You guys suck at this. No, all right.
I knew I would suck at this.
Which game popularized the loot box mechanic and faced controversy over its pay-to-win model in
Star Wars
2017?
Battlefront 2.
Cody says Star Wars Battlefront 2. Do you guys
That's
have
the
a
one that
guess?
actually got legal stuff.
Star Wars Battlefront 2. Cody gets
I
some
would
third
not have
point.
known that.
All
I
right,
didn't realize it's that long ago already.
I had to stand up, Jake, because I have to carry both of us.
Gotta watch.
Yeah,
What
this was a
PlayStation
thing.
exclusive series follows the story of Kratos, the Spartan warrior turned god?
I
You're
think
way
he's,
behind on this because we already
I
said
think,
God of War.
I think he started first, so he wins.
I didn't hear an answer.
God of War.
God of War.
All right, Planks gets it.
Fuck you. I already gave it up, but yeah, I'll take the point because I'm slacking right now.
All right, it's tied 3-3. Which game features characters like
Overwatch.
Reaper, Tracer,
wouldn't have
Winston
known
in
that.
a team-based shooter format? Cody says Overwatch.
I almost lost the word for it.
I had a
I've
dog
only
name.
got
Yo, it's Overwatch.
I had a dog named Winston.
Ba-ding.
Winston.
Cody takes Overwatch.
I'm not a shooter game guy.
These are a lot
All
of
right, in
games.
Final Fantasy VII, what is the name of
I-
Cloud Strife's massive sword?
Buster. It's Buster Sword? No, it's Buster.
Buster? Like Buster Sword or Buster?
Buster Sword.
All right. Cody says Buster Sword.
I knew that.
Plank
Say
says
Buster.
Buster Sword.
I knew it, and I just couldn't come up with it. I want to say
These are
Master
all, like,
Sword, and I'm like, wait,
game-based.
no.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there's more topic. There's changing of topics. Which open world
Red Dead Redemption.
cowboy game
One or two.
begins with a heist gone wrong in a town of Blackwater?
2. Red Dead Redemption 2.
Red Dead Redemption 2.
I should have waited for the rest of the question. I wasn't reading it.
All right. Yeah, Red Dead Redemption 2. The away team gets a point.
Son of a bitch.
Good looking out, Planks. Yeah, there will
Stop whispering into the mic.
be movies
Don't
and
call
stuff.
us a team. It's
Blue.
not Jack.
Or,
In
sorry,
the-
red pill. Red
In
pill.
the Matrix,
Red
what
pill.
color pill does Neo take to learn the truth?
Red pill.
Plank says red pill. Cody?
I got through in the Matrix and he's already saying red pill.
He reads faster. He's got to be smarter than that. You got to be smarter than that. But red pill. That is right. Planks ties it up 5-5. You gotta just.
Got this.
You gotta just.
Wait a minute. Where did he get the other?
Christopher Nolan.
Who
God,
directed the Dark
dang
Knight
it.
trilogy? Christopher Nolan. Yep. If you guys answer him too quick, we have to wait here for the turnover.
Well, I'm not gonna sit here and wait.
I'm
I'm not
just
just going to
saying.
let this guy do it.
I'm just saying it's true. But yes, Christopher Nolan takes the point. All right, 6-5. Cody is back in the lead. All right.
Where did he get the other points?
I don't know.
We'll read it back if we need to. What
Someone
dog, what event prompts John Wick's return to the life of violence? You both said his dog died.
I'll give it to Jack. His is more concise.
All right. Make more point with fewer words.
His dog got moited.
The killing of his dog. All right, Planks gets that
He
point.
didn't say the killing of his dog.
So his dog died.
I'm surprised how
I'd wreck anybody.
this is a tighter bout than I was expecting it to be honest.
Gladiator.
In 2000 film,
I read Maximus and I'm like, hey, Gladiator. And then he
what
said it.
2000 film features Maximus Decimus Meridius seeking vengeance for the murder of his family? And Cody said
Commander
Gladiator.
of the 4th Legion.
You just
Armies
see
of the North.
Maximus and then you just picture him.
Commander of the Armies of the North. And then he got fat. What controversy?
What controversial horror film is A24 reportedly developing based on children's icon?
Ooh, Mickey Mouse.
It is not. I'll say it's not Mickey Mouse.
Winnie the Pooh. Barney. Oh, I forgot
I
about
knew that one.
Barney.
We talked about
It's a Barney horror movie. You bastard. We covered this. No. Yep. Barney, no one gets that point. All right. What Star Wars actress sued Lucasfilm, potentially benefiting from their internal leaks and PR issues?
I'm gonna go Natalie Portman,
It's
but
not Natalie Portman.
then it is. Oh shit.
You absolutely.
Oh,
Gina Carano for
I
the
wasn't
L.
even thinking about the expanded Star Wars.
I was thinking of the original.
That was 1 through 6.
Carrie Fisher?
All right. In Avengers Endgame, who wields both Mjolnir
Captain
and
America.
Stormbreaker in the final battle?
Thor.
Well, you said Thor. Did you say Captain America?
Yes.
All right.
You're
So
both on the same team.
you're on the same team. So, and Cody didn't guess. So Thor.
Oh,
Thor
yeah,
is
'cause I
correct.
knew-
I saw Mjolnir.
Captain America only wielded Mjolnir, you absolute casual.
I was trying to read.
All right,
too
which-
fast and I
Which
kinda
Quentin
skipped the second
Tarantino
Pulp
film
Fiction.
features a briefcase with a glowing interior, the Ezekiel
Say
speech,
what again?
and a royal with cheese. Royale with
How
cheese.
dare you,
All
motherfucker?
right, Double.
Pulp Fiction. Cody gets the point.
I shot Marvin.
Guys, we still have a lot more to go. We're doing good. Inception. What object does Dom Cobb use to...
A spinning top.
Yeah, I was trying to think of the actual name for it.
Me too.
No one ever thinks of top. No one ever thinks of a top. All right, but I think Planks gets this one. I'm pretty sure that's right.
A dreidel. Jesus.
A spinning top. Planks even said spinning top. Planks even said spinning top. All right, which movie revived the Mad Max franchise?
Mad Max Fury Road. Oh.
Cody finished it first.
He started it first too.
Yeah.
I started and finished first.
Classic Cody.
It's a race to the finish.
Single.
First one done.
First. High five.
All right, Mad Max Fury Road. That's right. All right, on to the next question. What do we got? We have, in the Lord of the Rings trilogy, who ultimately destroys the One Ring?
Smeagol.
Frodo.
All right, we got a Schmeagol vote and we got a Frodo vote.
He didn't destroy it. He just took the ride.
This is It's true.
He just took the ride.
It's gonna say Smeagol.
It's Gollum by accident.
Well, technically, he said Gollum.
Oh, whatever.
He didn't destroy it though. He tried to save it.
Well, if Frodo had his what? Okay, in what is the name
Outlook
of the hotel in The Shining?
Hotel.
Oh yeah.
Cody gets that one.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what the answer.
I haven't even watched the movie.
Really?
Yep.
It's good.
I
So
know.
with zero intervention on from Frodo's part, Schmeagol caused the outcome.
With zero intervention on Frodo's part.
Well, Frodo was gonna. What Marvel actor received
Anthony
backlash
Mackie.
for?
I was still arguing about Schmeagol.
I know we both suck at
I'm
this.
paying attention.
How dare you?
All right. Yeah. So, what Marvel actor received backlash and later walked back his comments? It's Anthony Mackie.
Yeah.
That's a recent one.
It's the news, bitch. We're covering it. What Netflix series featured a deadly version of a childhood games and became a global phenomenon in 2021?
Jumanji?
2021?
Oh. Well, they remade it.
Version of
But it's not a series.
You got this.
You got this.
Squid Game.
Squid Game. Oh, I was.
I
hoping.
could see.
I was thinking Alice in
I would not have got
Borderlands.
that.
I
I was
wanted
thinking American stuff.
I wanted that for you. I wanted that. Oh, okay.
Henry Cavill.
Henry
That's
Cavill.
why you can't look away from the screen.
You cannot look away from the screen. They move too quick. They move too quick and too slow. It's both things. We got Henry Cavill. Good job.
It's Henry Cavill. No,
Cavill.
Cavill.
Cruella de Vil.
That's why everyone in UK is French.
All right. In Breaking Bad, what is Walter White's
Heisenberg.
alias in the drug world? Plank says Heisenberg.
You're goddamn right.
You should record voice out. You should record. Oh,
It's almost like I have a YouTube channel where I do voice acting.
guys, go check out Big Jack's horror stories. They're awesome. He's got good stuff there,
Got a little
and a
experience in it.
voice that would make a baby cry. In what 2023 animated film reunited Miles Morales
Into the
with
Spider-Verse.
characters like Spider-Gwen and Spider-Man 2099?
I was trying to think. Spider-Verse.
I do love Spider-Man 2099, the animated stuff. Oh my goodness.
What's so good?
Across the Spider-Verse.
Oh,
You
First one's into the
are
Spider-Verse.
False.
wrong.
that's the
0
the
points.
snap benefit.
Which actor returned to the Batman or to
Michael
play
Keaton.
Batman in Flash 2023, reprising a role he
Keaton.
originally played in
Michael
1989? Michael Keaton. Yep, I hear you.
There were two Batmans in that movie.
It
so-
was George
Costanza.
Michael Keaton.
You'd have been a good Penguin choice.
Oh yeah, not bad. Not
All
bad.
right, Cody's got a 3-point lead. What 2023 sci-fi epic starring Adam
65.
Driver fighting dinosaurs on prehistoric Earth?
I don't have any.
Didn't
idea.
watch it.
The Cody says 65.
People say it sucked.
Really?
Yep.
I like Adam Driver.
I do like
too.
Adam Driver's awesome. He's good.
He's a Marine.
65. Cody got the
Was.
point.
No. There's no such thing as was a Marine.
True. It's a very odd jump in career choice, though.
Very much.
What game device featured games like
Game Boy.
Pokemon Red and Tetris?
Game Boy.
Is it Game Boy or the Game Boy?
It's eat my ass.
What is the Game Boy?
What is the
Advance
Game
SP.
Boy?
No, just kidding.
I like that movie though. Did you watch that?
I haven't watched Tetris.
It's worth
Game
it.
It's Tetris is the
I don't
movie, right?
remember the name of the movie,
Yeah.
but it's a good movie.
I don't know if it's called Tetris though. I don't know. All right, in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles,
Red.
what color bandana does Raphael wear? Red is the question, and
I didn't even,
this is the answer.
What is
I barely
red?
got to
Who is red?
Ninja
Who is red?
Turtle Before you said red.
Fast
Why is
reader.
Red.
All right.
I had a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle pillow cover when I was a kid, so I got that one.
We're in the back. We're in the back end of this. Which classic FPS featured demons, shotgun, and Mars-based mayhem in the early '90s? Cody said Doom.
You know a Christian actually came up with that game?
I believe it.
And he was.
Cody, you get that one? Doom? Yeah. Okay.
He was getting shit on for making it, and he's like, "What is more Christian than slaying demons with a shotgun and chainsaw?"
That's honest.
Americana right there.
That's based. What 90s Nickelodeon show featured a giant talking head named Olmec and a shrine of the Silver Monkey? Come on, guys.
I have no idea.
I watched this show.
You did watch this show. I watched it too. Come on.
Legends of the. I never.
Legends of the Hidden Temple.
I don't even think I've heard of it.
It was just on after. It was on like immediately after.
What console was bundled
Nintendo.
with Super Mario World
Super Nintendo?
in the early 90s? You said Super Nintendo?
Yeah.
And you said Nintendo?
If he gets that, I'm gonna be so mad.
There's a lot of just Nintendos.
Well, it is the Super
That's
Nintendo.
why it says Super Mario.
Super Nintendo Entertainment System, the SNES.
Suck it, Trebek.
I don't think you were specific enough, though,
Sorry,
Cody.
what is a Super Nintendo?
All right, Cody is 6.
Wet Bandits.
Wow.
I didn't know it, but that was quick.
Yeah, in Home Alone, what are the nicknames of the two bumbling burglars?
The Sticky Bandits.
Plank says the Wet Bandits. Yeah, well done. I absolutely had no clue on that one when I found that
I've
question.
seen that movie once.
I've seen it once as well.
All right, in Back to the Future, what is the name
Einstein.
of Doc Brown's dog? Plank
gonna go
says
Steve.
Einstein.
Mike. Yeah.
Mike. Just some random name.
All right, is it Einstein? It is Einstein. Well done. All right,
Catching up.
there's a 4-point spread with Cody in the lead.
Ways to
Are you
go.
kidding me?
There's a 4-point spread with Cody in the lead. In what 1993 fighting game featured characters?
Mortal Kombat.
Cody gets it. Just barely beating you out.
I just been replaying.
Which Mortal Kombat?
Or 10, 11, and the new one.
Which Mortal
Right now, I'm
Kombat?
currently playing. Yeah.
I hate one.
Cody, which Mortal Kombat?
It's alright. What? Mortal Kombat 1.
Nah, just kidding.
I was like, what the?
I was just kidding.
How is it a 4-point spread? I feel like I've been doing okay.
Well, because of the, in what 1996 survival horror
Resident
game?
Evil.
Are you still surprised? Like how do you, I mean?
Not anymore.
Okay, it makes sense, right?
And I do not like those games.
He's on. If you had Slim on your team, he gets this one. He doesn't even have to hear the question.
Right.
All right, we got more questions. There's a few more left. All right, which Sega console was released between the Genesis and the Dreamcast, but failed commercially? Ooh.
It starts with an A. I don't
It's not.
Ooh, will you get it?
know.
I was like, the Dreamcast failed commercially.
Sega
the
Saturn.
Yeah.
No one gets it. All right. What iconic 1998 stealth action game
Metal Gear
featured
Solid.
Snake infiltrating
I literally
Shadow
just started
Moses
that game
Island?
last night.
When you said, by the time you said it, I had just read Solid Snake.
Yeah.
Metal Gear Solid says TheCody. Metal Gear Solid. I believed it was Metal Gear Solid. I knew it.
I knew it.
All right. In GoldenEye 007 for Nintendo 64, which multiplayer
hat
character
guy.
was
God dang
banned
it.
among friends for being too small to hit?
It's the hat guy.
I don't
Blank
know his
says
name.
the
I don't
hat
remember his
guy.
name.
We might just give it to you on that because I got nothing.
Oddjob.
Oddjob.
Yeah.
All right. That's I can't
Give it to Zach or give it to Jack.
Give it. All right. Cody's merch.
Well, yeah, you could say that with the spread.
Yeah. What was the name of the RPG series known for its turn-based combat and materia
Final
system
Fantasy.
in the PS1?
Is it Final Fantasy?
Materia's in Final Fantasy.
That would make sense then.
It would.
Cody says the Final Fantasy. Yeah.
There were so many games like it though back then.
All right, Cody got 20 points. I think we're pretty close to the end here. Let's see what it is. Right, in what 2021
That's
or
the first
2001
one.
Xbox launch title featured a super soldier in green? Oh wait, yep, we were back to the beginning.
That took you way too long to realize.
Well, I wasn't memorizing.
Halo
the
Combat
questions.
Evolved. Do I get another point?
Give him
Do I
another.
get another point, Talks?
I did. You. All right, yeah.
I didn't get a single fucking point, so it doesn't matter.
You almost guessed. You almost guessed once.
You almost got a word in. If that would have been movie trivia, I think it would have been better. But I don't know. I don't know as much about games.
Yeah, I was thinking it'd be more movies.
I didn't even know this was going to be a thing.
All right. All right. So the final score was 20-13.
That's why I was saying that if everyone else was here, all of you, just me.
I think with Colton, but I think more so with like Slim. I think there might have been a few things Slim gets quick.
The straight up gamer type of
He knows.
person.
He knows things, but I think he would agree. I
But
think
not
it's not
even
as
close to the fucking level that you guys were.
speaking to the mic.
Not even close to like the speed and level that you guys were answering. the
Right,
questions.
right.
Like,
All right, so we have what else do we got to do?
Well, that went down as expected.
Cody
if
gets
it
to
was
sleep
just
better at
straight up
night.
Jack versus me, he would have had a clean sweep.
There would
You
have been a lot
kicked
of
his
dead
butt.
air.
All right, we got one more. So we have one more story to get into. We have only 2 more announcements to go. So let's just cover the last story. We'll do the last announcements as we wrap up, and then we will finish that out. So let's move into our last story of the day. Oh, that's the same story. God damn it! It would help if I
Do it again. Run it back.
yeah.
Okay, so
All right, for this, we're moving over to the website called StopKillingGames.com.
Oh, yeah,
So,
I'm very tangentially aware of this.
in the news recently, there has been a major push for a petition in the EU. So, this is European politics we're talking about right now. In the EU, there's a petition going. The goal was to reach 1 million signatures. The idea was that with video game franchises creating all these live service games that they would host on their own servers, you would ultimately, as the consumer, purchase a game. You would go to your Best Buy, you would go to GameStop, you would buy the game, maybe you'd buy it online. But as soon as the studio or the publisher decides that they would no longer like to support that service, that game, they would shut down the servers. That means that you as the consumer lose access to this product that you bought and you paid for. And the issue would not be such a big deal, except that the private market, the third-party market of online services where people would privately host the games for people to come and play on, not even necessarily monetizing themselves, but just making it possible for the game to remain up in some status. Now all the major studios, specifically Call of Duty is one that I know of, who's done this in the recent past, had gone website by website with a hatchet and just cut them out and slashed them all down and made sure that those games died. The idea behind the petition would be that there would be that with enough signatures, they would petition the EU Parliament to create some variant of a law that would restrict a publisher's ability to abandon the game, leaving it in a dead state. It would mostly mean that the studio cannot. It would mostly mean that if the studio wants to remove the game from their own servers, that they must allow the independent market, the consumer market, to be able to host the game themselves. The game has to be left in an available state, a way that the community can play it.
I see where the gaming companies are coming from this, because they want to sell their new games, so they don't want people playing the old games. But at the same time, you sold this to a customer as you can play this forever. The fact that they can just turn it off and shut it down,
their argument
that seems extremely crooked to me.
Their argument now is that they're selling you a license to the game, not the game itself.
Exactly.
And I think that in the same vein where they want to start making $100 games and $80 games, the fact that you can just shut it off, I think, is an absolute travesty. I think, honestly, where you probably could delineate is online-only games versus like single-player available games. Like you said, Call of Duty just started axing old games. That has a single-player campaign mode that you have paid for and you should be able to go to. I shouldn't expect whoever the hell publishes them, Treyarch,
Activision, Microsoft,
whatever, whoever's hosting it, I shouldn't expect them to keep server space available for dead games. But if I want to go back and play Call of Duty 3, I should be able to, since I paid that money.
Yeah, I mean, it's just more of a recent phenomenon, because it's like multiplayer games haven't been going on for that long.
Yeah.
So it's like now the time is like, all right, we've been having these servers open for so long that they're finally shutting it down. People are like, you just took away a game that I've been put hundreds of hours in. Like the crew from Ubisoft was one that they just shut down, and that's kind of what got the uproar going again.
Well, they still have Black Ops 2 lobbies open. Like there's still lots of people playing that. Right, but then there's also like Titanfall 2. So like Titanfall 2 and Titanfall 1, those multiplayer lobbies are down, and any attempt privately for anyone in the consumer market to create their own server gets axed as soon as Respawn and EA become aware of it. But more importantly, those games will never be live again. Respawn has been, I'm pretty sure Respawn had a huge, they were either axed as an entire studio from EA, or they did a huge firing block on them. EA did something, and Titanfall 3 was leaked as if it was going to be done, like worked on and be produced, and then somehow and then EA ultimately cans the entire project. So there will not be a Titanfall 3, which means that outside of like an anniversary week or something like that, EA is not going to dedicate server space back to those games. Titanfall is effectively dead. It will never be playable again. The first game had no campaign. The second one had an incredibly short campaign. It was like 2.5 hours, 3 hours long. So these are just some examples, but if someone attempted to make their own lobby to host multiplayer games online, even if they didn't want to monetize it, EA would axe them and has axed them before. Now, the main contention against this is, do you expect these companies to be liable for the game's performance, still provide support, still do you expect them to give up licensing so that whoever's hosting it can monetize it? The petitioners say, no, we don't have that expectation. You just can't leave the game unplayable.
Yep.
That's the only expectation that comes from the petition.
If you sell a game, then you have to, like, you're selling the fact that they're going to be able to play that game. If you take away the fact that they're going to be able to play that game, then you just con somebody.
Exactly.
That's the way I see it. But
Well, yeah, it's like it's also in like the user agreements or licensing agreements that people accept without reading anything. When you purchase the game, they can just sneak crafty wording into there.
Yep.
Which they've done. Blizzard has done.
one word out of a million and have it be different.
Right.
And that's the stupid part of it.
Well, Blizzard's done it before, where it basically says that we can shut down or delete your account or whatever. We can do whatever we want or whatever in our agreement.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll read a little bit from the actual petition's website itself so that we can make sure we're not miscoloring their words. And then there's a few posts I found over on X I wanted us to react to a little bit as well. And we get to celebrate because if we just scroll down a little bit, we will see that they did hit their goal. Their goal, in order to get this in front of Parliament, was to reach 1 million signatures. The reason they're going beyond this is to account for any like false signatures or double signing, things like that, because they need 1 million authentic signatures. So the 1.4,
Like I went to go
1.5.
sign in, and then I was like, oh, this is only EU.
Yeah.
European residents. So.
Well, and it's frustrating because we have this exact same problem in the US. I think the EU has a couple of policies specifically that I really like. I'm really fond of the like tax disclosure for like media companies and things like media companies and large companies like that. I'm fond of that disclosure. And then if they do end up pushing for this and making this happen, I would be really fond to see something like this come into the US as well. I think that licensing and the ability to abandon a product in its entirety or brick your machine, I think is anti-consumer. I don't believe that that's... I think that that's very anti-consumer. I had the same issue when Google was leveraging in their contracts an inability to explore alternatives, like alternative products. So if Samsung wanted Google on a phone, Google's contract basically said something to the effect of you can't explore an alternative operating system, or you can't have two. You can't have us and someone else. So you basically had a contract self-creating monopolies.
Well, exclusivity contracts aren't that.
Keep going.
They're not that uncommon.
No, they're not.
But
And that's, I think, I don't think that there should be. I mean, that's not really capitalist. I mean, that's not really free market. If you're
not,
but
honestly, I think exclusivity contracts should be illegal. Like, no, you shouldn't. Like, you can patent something and be like, "This was my idea," straight up.
So you're anti-marriage?
Well,
no, that's illegal.
Got him.
It's illegal.
I'm talking about
I'm just
from
kidding.
a sales base only.
Yeah.
But
they
because
don't have to sign that contract either.
No, but I'm saying like the only like generally the two companies that sign the contract are the ones that are making money, and the one that suffers is the consumers, because we're the ones that now are probably getting a less decent product because they either don't have competition or don't have to
So
like,
that's
build
the
up
case.
their product to sell better than someone else. Like,
That's the
you're
case
not
when it
having
comes
the
to
competition.
sporting
it is not
games.
a perfect world.
That's the case when it comes to sporting games. EA ended up acquiring EA and 2K ended up acquiring like all the licensing for soccer, NFL,
Yep.
NBA. So no one else can make those games unless it's like some just random league game. And so they haven't had to innovate whatsoever. All they do is basically update the roster and sell it as a new game every single year.
Basically, yeah.
Well,
People are getting pissed, but then they're like,
I mean, they
they're
do.
You
rich
still
people
buy the
that-
game.
Yeah.
Every few years they do update some graphics and stuff like that. But yeah, you're
It's
right.
just quality
the
of life
overall,
stuff,
The
like
overall
they
gameplay doesn't change very much.
No, they keep tweaking their physics engine, which
making
is
it
okay.
worse. Yeah, they keep making it worse. It's true.
It is
They
true.
brick it almost every time they launch. It's the same game, but they reskin it and make it worse. But the exclusivity contracts are irrelevant if we get rid of copyright and patent law.
Yeah, we're kind of off base anyway.
Not too
with-
far. No, I mean we're okay. I think we're okay.
Yeah, but exclusivity contracts are not uncommon. It's just if we're gonna sign this service for this price, you're gonna use me.
Right.
Is the intent.
All right, so Stop Killing Games is a consumer movement started to challenge the legality of publishers destroying video games they have sold to customers. An increasing number of video games are sold effectively as goods with no stated expiration date, but designed to be completely unplayable as soon as support from the publisher ends. This practice is a form of planned obsolescence. Oh, wow.
Obsolescence.
Obsolescence. What the fuck? Is that a word? Is that a British?
Is English a second language?
Is that
for
a
you?
well? Is it a British word? I don't know.
Obsolescence.
Obsolescence, and is not only
means obsolete.
not only detrimental to customers, but makes preservation effectively impossible. Furthermore, the legality of this practice is largely untested in many countries. Over the past year, we have successfully escalated complaints on this problem to consumer agencies in France, Germany, Australia, and have brought forth petitions for new law on this problem to various countries. A list of the actions taken to date can be viewed here with a link attached to it as of 2025. Most consumer action on this matter has concluded, and we are awaiting decisions on it from several governments. However, there are a few remaining avenues left where people can participate if they are eligible, and it's the European Citizens Initiative that we were just discussing here. So we have over 1 million signatures with almost a third of those signatures being over the goal, so that we can have them verified and make sure that this goes through. I'm 100% on board with this petition.
I'm really kind of shady on like what's the argument against it? Just cut it loose.
The argument against it is long-term maintenance and support. So,
Don't.
well, that's well so that's one, but then the other is IP is like protecting their IP and their patents.
Well, they don't have to give the code, right?
They would probably have to give something it would be you'd have to have some means of privately hosting the server
Right.
as a person. So like if I'm selling this game, I have the IP, I have the code, and I decide to stop doing it, and you and Jake want to play the game, you would need something to be able to like host privately.
If they want to do it that way, then they have to sell the game as you have initial access to the game, and then they have to sell like access periods to it and have that up front of like, okay, in order to keep this game going, you have to pay this for this year or whatever to keep playing the game. If you're going to have continuous costs throughout the life of the game, you have to tell the consumer that up front, that this game isn't just going to be the one-time payment and have them pay more to play the game later. But you can't just sell the game as you bought the game,
Right,
and then all of a sudden be like, the game is gone. No,
Yeah,
that's
it
the
turns from
bullshit here
purchasing
is-
the game into
Renting.
buying a subscription to the game.
yes,
Right. Well, and honestly, first off, it's a game. I don't even necessarily know where I stand on whether or not games should be like privately, if you can privately own the copyright or patent to a game. I don't know where I stand on that. Probably more on the protectionist side, but I don't know. It's like chess can't be, like after a few thousand years, chess can't be copywritten. You can't patent
Well,
that.
I'm a little foggy on the technical details on what it all takes to host a server too.
So you would need a physical box, and then you would need some sort of installer. So you need some sort of like software that would allow you to run it. So like with any
depending
video,
on the size of the game, depends on the size of the servers and stuff.
well,
Like I'm not like yes, I'm familiar with physical servers. Is that what they're talking about?
Yeah,
hosting that game on that.
yeah. So how it's commonly referred to in gaming is player-to-player hosted servers. So this is actually really, when it's put in practice, it's actually very painful unless you have a really good server. So then you have like a website who will be like, hey, we're going to have a website. Maybe we'll have ads on left half of the screen, but you basically can click here and then you're in a matchmaking pool. So we have a website. We're hosting the matchmaking pool for anyone to come click on the website and they're playing the game. But there's issues with security, whether or not that website has any viruses or any malware on it. There's concerns about whether or not the company has to, from their perspective, is there an expectation from their consumers that they're going to continue to support it, put out patches, do fixes, rebalance with updates? And then is there any like risk of them losing their IP, their code, their proprietary software through just not having that like total ownership? Player-to-player hosted servers is the best example I can call upon is a game called For Honor. We played it on the channel. We've live streamed it before. When that game first came out, they had player-to-player hosted servers because they didn't have... Respawn was rather small. They were through EA, but they were still very... Or I'm sorry, not Respawn. Who was...
Ubisoft did it.
Ubisoft did it.
But they're big enough. I think it was just the way they wanted to
run it.
The game to run.
So commonly it was on Xbox, PlayStation, or PC. And whatever platform you were playing on, there was up to 8 people in a lobby. One of those 8 people was hosting the game. So if that player turned off their Xbox or the internet crapped out in their area,
or they had shitty internet,
or they had a shitty computer, any of those reasons, any variety of reasons, any combination of them was the reason that games would disconnect or you get kicked from a lobby, go back to the load screen. But since it was
insane lag,
since it was one of 8 random players you were queued with, maybe even yourself, who was ultimately hosting the game, that's where all the problems came from. You could get good games, but it was very inconsistent relative to the amount of crashes you would get for any random amount of arbitrage.
Right.
You'd have the best performance if you were hosting.
Yeah. but
if you look at when For Honor came out,
Xbox's internet, all of it sucked.
Internet quality wasn't.
I mean, it was 2017.
It wasn't.
It's not as good as it is now.
Right.
But
was it 2017 that came out?
Yeah.
It was older than that.
It was. For Honor, no, 2017's right. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, so the idea with the idea that the community would probably ask for is the ability to host it privately, which would allow websites who have a server, something stronger than an average consumer level Xbox or an average consumer level PC, and their server could run it. Maybe even run a few hundred games, or hell, if the game's popular enough, 1,000+ games. So I mean, this is what the community is asking for: is for private entities to host large matchmaking pools, so they have a reasonably efficient way to play the game after the publisher has decided to abandon the project.
That's going to create an industry.
It will. It could, and it should. I think if you as a publisher want to create the game, I mean, shit. I think that if you allowed some small dink website with a server to host your game, and even if you made them say you have to pay us a percentage of traffic, you can do it, and we are allowing you to do it, but you have to pay us a percentage of traffic. Then you can at the same time host whatever ads or put anything on the front side of it that like $5 to have access to this matchmaking pool. But you're right, you could create a market out of this if you wanted to, but the industry, they can do that now. They could spin off a 3-man LLC with a big server just to like take.
You don't even have to have a physical server. You just buy some space on Amazon
on web hosting. Yeah, you're exactly right. So I mean, the industry could fix itself
using Amazon servers that are somewhere.
It's just virtual real estate that you're renting from Amazon.
Atlas World, Atlas World. What is the coins? Not the bitcoins, but the stupid pictures.
Yeah.
NFTs.
Thank you. For fuck's sake, why was that so hard? Jeez. All right, I
have bitter brain.
All right.
I feel like this is a no-brainer.
I mean, it feels like
it is, but there are some popular streamers that were against
Pirate Software.
Pirate Software.
I watched his argument against it, and it doesn't seem like it holds a lot of water.
No,
He was like misunderstanding and representing the actual.
I feel like I think he was misunderstanding how much he was they were expecting the game company to give away.
yeah.
Right.
And then I think he probably just doubled down rather than being like wrong, rather than allowing himself to be wrong. Yeah. So, all right. So we have a few different posts here I wanted to pull up. One of them is Ubisoft talking about this a little bit. So from Super Champs over on X, Ubisoft updated their EULA and now says you must destroy copies of their games they decide to stop offering or stop supporting. The actual termination on the update is as follows: the EULA is effective from the earlier of the date you purchase, download, or use the product. Until terminated according to its terms, you and Ubisoft or its licensors may terminate this EULA at any time for any reason. Termination by Ubisoft will be effective upon notice to you or termination of your Ubisoft account, if any, or at any time Ubisoft's decision to discontinue offering and or supporting the product. This EULA will terminate automatically if you fail to comply with any of the terms and conditions of this EULA. Upon termination, for any reason, you must immediately uninstall product or destroy all copies of the product in your possession. I mean,
Kiss my ass.
Yeah, hard fuck you.
Ubisoft also said that it's basically like in the future you won't own games or whatever. And then
you will own nothing and be happy.
You'll eat the bugs.
You don't own the game.
My wife just bought me Call of Duty Black Ops 6, and literally we bought the disc, and the disc was basically just
the code, right?
Just the code to download the game. And it took me over 10 or 11 hours to get the fucking game downloaded. By that time, it was like my weekend Saturday was gone, and I didn't get to even freaking play the goddamn game.
Yeah, physical copies mean nothing now.
Which for
I still have Call of Duty 1, the big red one.
Yeah, even though you downloaded it onto your system, you still have to use the disc every time it does it. It's retarded.
It's like, what the... Like, so basically you're telling me I should have just...
The only thing a CD is the license.
The game. It's
right.
Like, why even have the disc if it literally means nothing anymore?
The disc is the license.
So
that's all it is.
All right, we got one more post here
without the disc.
This one comes from
you can download the program, but to use the program, the disc is the license.
Right.
This one comes from Legendary Drops over on X. We have Stop Killing Games is making so much noise that Video Games Europe, a group of lobbyists made up of Embracer, EA, Activision, and all the worst in gaming, are here to say you don't know what you're asking for. They're scared. Keep them that way. StopKillingGames.com with a link attached to the petition to sign. Yeah, Europe, you got to represent on this one. Honestly, we should have been at the forefront of this whole thing, but yeah, you guys need to get this one while the iron's hot. All right, the actual message here is we appreciate the passion from our community. However, the decision...
No, you don't.
Yeah, exactly. We appreciate the passion from our community. However, the decision to discontinue online services is multifaceted, never taken lightly, and must be an option for companies when an online experience is no longer commercially viable. We understand that it can be disappointing for players, but when it does happen, the industry ensures that all players are given fair notice of the prospective changes in compliance with local consumer protection laws. Hard bullshit. I think
the thing is that there are no freaking protection laws for this because it's a new thing that we're running into, and that's what
that's
what
right on
the
point.
whole website is pointing out, we need to have these laws to protect us.
No, their statement is accurate.
No, but Jake's right though.
Their statement is basically saying we're abiding by the laws because there are no freaking laws.
He's 100% right. Yeah. So
their statement is accurate. They are following the current laws.
Accurate. It's
so the idea
lawyer's statement right there.
You know, I missed that the first time I read this, and then I watched I was watching Asmongold, and him or one of his audience caught that, but I saw it I realized that for the first time on his stream. You picked that up without needing any prompt for it. You were 100% right that they are complying with all law that exists out there. We just need to add more. And I'm not usually like
which sucks. You got to get the government involved in things like this.
Well, I think
that's the only reason I have any misgivings about this.
Right.
Yeah. Well, and it's
that, and it's Europe.
Well, yeah, that. But I mean, you do have the lobbyists that you have to contend with. So let's say we get these 1 million+ signatures. They're verified. It's 100% legit. Moves to the EU Parliament, and they start working on laws. Now all of a sudden the lobbyists are going to chime in. They're going to start putting in their carve outs. So it's not just that. It's not just that you have an issue you're trying to solve, but you also have a competing interest against against the industry or against the consumer's
I
interest.
still just don't get why they're so against it. They could just be like, okay, we'll sell a secondary license for server hosting.
It's more money they could make, and they would have to do literally nothing.
Yeah, but but nobody's telling them they can't make money off of this.
It's like Grand Theft Auto 5. They just kept adding to it for freaking years and years. They barely added anything and sold and sold and sold and sold and sold and sold.
But that was Rockstar.
Rockstar has interest.
yeah.
Well, they have interest in exactly one IP. They don't have 30 IPs, 50 IPs, 100 IPs to maintain and manage. But
like Call of Duty could maintain Black Ops 2 forever if they just sold the rights to host.
Yeah,
you're absolutely right.
Nobody's telling them they can't make money. I still don't get why this is an argument from them.
It's like you can't buy it.
No, the consumer base is not expecting you to constantly update this game. They're expecting you to give somebody else the ability to host it.
Yeah.
If the game has enough traffic to that people want it to stay there, then it's in a playable state. Don't touch it.
The only arguments I've heard against it are the publisher has an interest in creating scarcity. Which is Nintendo's whole shtick. Like Nintendo will like the reason you have ROMs are so freaking popular is because Nintendo will never ever properly recreate or reproduce any of the old Nintendo games. Now you have I'm going to create a carve out for myself. They did re-release the Super Nintendo with a bunch of games on it. They've done that a couple of times, but they leave off as many games as they include. It's not like they've put back every game they created for that console or that system on there. So.
Right.
Well, and everything's pretty much first party on there too.
Yeah. So I mean,
and they don't lease it out to it's not on PC or anything. Like you can't get the new Mario Kart game on PC. But when it comes to PlayStation games that are exclusive, they all move to PC later. But
Nintendo's
with an awful port.
Right. Yeah, it's usually fucking awful.
And this is actually pretty topical to talk about Nintendo right now because they have the Switch 2 that released and they have all of this issues with now with the Switch 2, you can't have one copy of your game moved between devices easily. You can't, there's so many restrictions attached to it. You have to buy multiple copies of the game. They increase their pricing. They make it so that the console will actually brick itself under certain conditions and actually shut itself down if you attempt to make certain modifications to it or add things to it.
Where PlayStation, once the PS5 came out, it's all right, you can just free upgrade you can transfer over your games and whatnot from PlayStation 4 to PlayStation 5. Completely free.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we're all on the same page of one mindset. Just to kind of throw out some of the counter arguments are we accountable to supporting it? Are we accountable to issues that arise from the community when the game leaves our care? Will we lose creative protections covered by patents, by copyright, by IP laws? And will we lose control over these IPs that are effectively ours? I don't know. I don't think any of those things are more important than the consumer not having their products stolen from them. Yep. If you buy something from someone, it's yours. And this was the same issue I had with Apple when Apple was bricking phones way back when.
Well,
yep.
I mean, their phones last 2 years.
When the news was breaking is I guess what I meant. But all right, we got only 2 more things to do here real quick. We have one last channel announcement, but no article to top here. But guys, if you are an audience member who is eligible to sign this petition, specifically if you're from the EU, guys, throw your support behind this. We need this win, and we need to really make this. We really need this win.
Yeah, don't use a VPN or whatever because they're sifting through all the signatures to see if they're legit or not.
Exactly. They're going to authenticate all of these. Don't waste their time. If you actually support the mission, don't waste their time by putting in signatures that are obviously not going to work. If you're going to commit fraud, do it right. No, just don't commit fraud. These are your choices as an individual person responsible for your own actions, not listening to a podcaster.
Let me cover my ass real quick.
Gotta get that caveat. Don't commit fraud. All right, guys, we only have a couple more announcements here real quick. We have some updated merch coming to the Third Party Studios channel. I hope you guys will come and check it out. It should be up on the channel with links within the week. We have the Go Tell Your Stories shirt. We have the Only You Can Tell Your Stories. We have the secret gamer code and the new hats with the logo. I hope you guys think they're. I think they're awesome. We're going to be getting a few of them for other members of the channel, the Sunday Slackers, and a few people have been supporting us from the beginning. And if we are able to put out some level of a membership, we will see what we can do about discounts or things like that for members. So, guys, thank you so much for showing all of your support with us. We really appreciate all the time, all the love. We have one very last thing to pull up for you guys, and then we are going to wrap it up. So let me get that going for you. I love you all so much. You're all so great, audience. Thank you so much. All right, here we go. Yeah. Well, I mean, a little nerdy, little cheese.
Kind of the point of the channel.
All right, guys, we're wrapping it up there. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this, the 100th episode of the Third Party Podcast. We will be back next week at our regular time, 11 a.m. Central, with me and TheCody coming back to host. We will have regular content on Sundays, Thursdays, and we'll be posting additional videos throughout the weeks, so make sure to tune into all of those. We will have shorts coming up on the channel in the near future as well. Thanks again for all of your love, all your support. If you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe to the channel. We are on our road to 1,000 subscribers. It would mean a lot if you could help us get there. Share the video with your friends and anyone you know. Make sure to come hang out with us in the chat. Comment below what your favorite topic we covered was and what your guys' thoughts were on how we ran the 100th podcast episode, and specifically on the tournament and whether or not you guys think we came out with the right winner out of that list. Make sure you let us know who was the most right and the most wrong on this episode. Guys, with all of that said, we're going to wrap it up by saying, go tell your stories. See you guys in the next one. Peace.
Bye.
Bye.
I tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life.